episode of Nothing But Raiders podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience the best events in town, and all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use our promo code SRT and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets. What up, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
can hear me loud and clear? Yeah, that sounds. See, yeah, I'm back on my ish, y'all. I'm back on my ish. But
Nice.
what is up, y'all? What is up? How y'all feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling better than I did on Monday.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to even lie. I'm right with you. For some reason, I'm trying to get this layout. Okay, got this layout good though. But we in a building, yo. We in a building. Nothing But Raider podcast, episode 34, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 34. Shout out to my boy Chris, Protect the Show podcast. How are you feeling tonight? How are you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Another day living, another day breathing. Get to make this content with my brothers.
Yeah.
And my guy, the custom jerseys he got on the Ray-Bans today. What's up, Cheeto Liners? What's up, man? What's going on?
He feeling himself, man. He done made a couple videos. He feeling himself
No,
now.
right? He
Wait till I get a haircut, bro.
Then
Then
on
the
us,
videos
man.
will really come out. Once I get a haircut, then I really feel myself.
Well, speaking of, I mean, if you want to talk about a haircut real quick, you know, got the little curly top thing going on. I tried to take the waves away. I'm getting too old for waves, so I got the little curly top thing cut off the sides, got a little fade going. So,
Yeah.
you know, I had to throw that, but I had to rock my Raiders today because I ain't wear this hat on a show in a while. So
Good fire too.
shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Raider Kush, what's going on, man? What's going
My
on?
boy Kush in the building.
What's
Yeah,
going
Chris
on,
was
Solo
in the
Empire?
building.
And you know what, though? I just looked at your story, Chris, not too long ago. And I'm like, who is this guy? So I end up subscribing to him.
That's
Shout
my
out to
boy.
Solo Empire. If y'all
My
do want to
boy.
subscribe to him,
Yeah,
make sure y'all
solid
go over
videos.
to and subscribe to Solo Empire, subscribe to Protect the Show podcast, subscribe to Cheeto Liners. And both of those links are in the description for Protect the Show and Cheeto Liners. But for Solo Empire, y'all can definitely click on his name and subscribe to his channel. So shout out to you, my brother. Raider at Villa, what's going on?
Oh, what's up,
Villa?
What's going on? Queen V Raider at For Life, what's going
Queen
on?
V,
How are y'all
Gabby
feeling
V.
today on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday?
Got Mary in the building. What's going on, y'all?
And Mary said, fellow Raiders fans are in for the L. Let's kick some Steelers behind this coming Sunday.
There we go. There we
That's
with you,
what I'm
Mary.
talking about.
We with
Mary,
you.
we with you. We gonna be at that stadium.
Talk your
You freeze?
Freaky. He got the AOL. It's okay.
Yeah, we
It's
got the
okay. I
AOL.
got it. Sun Goddess in the building. What's going on? Sabby D in the building. What's going on? What's happening? You know, Darian, I'm telling you that the AOL, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We got this. So, but how you feeling, man?
I'm having some connection issues for some
See
reason.
that,
I don't know
see
why.
that. Mhm.
But
JT
I know
Sports in the
listen,
building.
JT Sports. I know that you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Is he really?
But we're not going to
I'll
do
tell
this today, JT Sports. We're not going to do this today.
Okay. Okay.
Not going to do this today. I just did a show with you not too long ago, and you know it was just a bad weekend for me personally. Raiders lose Sunday, Tennessee lose on Saturday. Yeah, it was just a bad weekend.
Oh, that
A lot of
Tennessee
money.
loss
A lot of money with your bag on
bad,
Tennessee,
bro.
man.
Yeah, man. But I mean, was I kind of expecting it? Yes.
You
And
were?
only reason why I was expecting it because we have not won in
Rivalry.
Greenville since 2003.
I heard it had been years since you guys won
We
back
have
to back
not
years
won in
like
that
that.
stadium since 2003. So
I had heard that.
I mean, I
yeah.
kind of expected it, but I thought, you know,
Mhm.
it would be different this year. But hey,
Mhm.
it is what it is,
No,
man. It is what
Y'all
it
got
is.
that Michigan reject quarterback, man. I should have known then.
You know what though? When I told you, bro, I said it wasn't even Joe Milton's fault. I have to blame the
really
offensive
bad.
line, bro. That out of the 10 penalties that the Tennessee Volunteers had, 8 of those was false starts.
It's all right, man.
I mean, it was on all of them. I mean, they wasn't getting the play in. I mean, they was
Yeah,
burning timeouts. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, Trevor Etienne killed our defense. He
Oh
demolished
yeah, he did. That
defense,
boy
man.
was running like his brother. Woo.
Nasty with it.
Yeah, it
It.
was.
But we
It's all right.
we gonna do a quick recap of the Buffalo Bills loss. I don't know if anybody watched the All 22. I don't know if it's available
Man,
yet.
I tried to watch it in the replay. I got to halftime and I was so mad I couldn't keep watching.
That's and you know what? That's the thing. I'm trying to see if NFL on NFL Plus, if the All 22 film was on there earlier.
Not yet. I checked like around 2. It wasn't
for
there
some
yet.
reason. So
yeah.
I'm trying to let me just double check right now and see if that's available. And no, for some reason it's not available just yet. So I'm not understanding why with NFL Plus they do that.
They
But
pick and choose the games they want to do the all 22
yeah, and
early.
The other one was there the very next day. Yeah.
That's the crazy part. It's usually every game that they do, but let's get into this box score. Let's get into these team stats. But before we do anything, I want to hear from Chris and I want to hear from Cheeto Linus how y'all felt about the game overall, and just give us your raw thoughts. Don't filter the shit. That's just where I'm at with it. Don't filter it. So let me know how y'all feel. Shout out to Raider Ben. What's going on, Raider Ben? What's up, brother?
Well, go ahead, Cheeto. For me to get unfiltered, I'll let you go first, man.
Look, bro. I was watching it again, and the beginning was great. We came out, fucking boom, 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 drove, scored that touchdown. The defense stopped Buffalo. That first 3 and out, we got the ball back. And it's crazy. Like when we talked about the things we had to do was maintain drives. And when we gave the ball right back to them and that interception, you could just see the change coming. I mean, that was a great play the defender made, with the Buffalo, tapping that screen and making the pick. But even then, the defense was still fighting in there. Like, as I was rewatching, the defense didn't give up that much in the first half. It was more just the more they were on the field because we couldn't maintain those drives. Whether it was from that tipped interception, we couldn't get the run game going. But what really pissed me off the most, I think, was the way we got manhandled on the trenches. Like, we literally got bullied by the Buffalo Bills defensive line and offensive line. Like, that was ridiculous, dude. Like, there was people want to say JJ this, JJ out of shape, but what the hell are you supposed to do when the defensive lineman's already there when you're getting the damn ball? Like, to get bullied that way, like, that was ridiculous, dude. And we're supposed to be one of the better offensive lines, and it didn't show. The pass blocking was there, but it just looked like Jimmy couldn't find anybody open, or if there was, it was either just Tay and JJ. I know I did see on a couple plays he was looking towards Renfro, but I think that was one of the balls that got tipped because the pressure got to him, so he couldn't get it there. But man, we cannot do this against Pittsburgh. Like watching Pittsburgh last night, they had 6 sacks, 2 touchdowns. Like, if we think Pittsburgh's going to be a pushover, like, no, we're mistaken, bro. Especially the way that team's fans travel, and we go and lay a fucking egg like we did on Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to be a sad Raider fan riding home on that bus Sunday night. Yep.
No, I agree, man. It was tough to digest for the most part, man. No one played well besides I think Devontae played well. Overall, I think our pass blocking was pretty decent. But the biggest thing is I think the game just got out of hand, and once it got out of hand, there was just no stopping it. Because I really think if there was a couple key plays that happened different, that whole game could have been different. Because I was on, I think I was on my show after the game, and there's one thing I really realized is if they wouldn't have got that first interception, that tip screen pass, I mean, honestly, he would have probably got 30 yards after catching that. Cause it was just him in the green field and offensive lineman in front of him to run. So, it was a matter of inches that was the difference. And then you think we could have been up 14 points at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think at that point, that's a whole different game because we could play offense differently, when we're up that much. because we can continue to try to be balanced. But once we got to the point where we had to pass the ball, that's not Jimmy's forte when it's unbalanced. When everyone knows he's going to throw, that's not when he's at his best. He's at his best when he's doing play action and stuff like that. And the fact that we still can't get our run game going, I'm not too worried. But it has to happen sooner or later because we got a lot of the same linemen, continuity up front. It's a matter of JJ, being able to get a good feeling for his guys. But at the end of the day, they got to block. I mean, they're doing pretty well from a pass block standpoint, but the run block, man, just like Leo said, we just getting bullied up front, man. Drove into the backfield, no running lane, stuff like that. So until we change that mentality, man, it's going to be tough. But, I think we could beat Pittsburgh. We're going to have to make a statement game. And we got to do more screens because they're going to blitz the hell out of us.
Exactly.
Use their aggression against them.
More screens, more end arounds. Like I think there was one where they faked the end around. I don't know if it was Tucker or not, but everybody crashed in on JJ.
Yeah.
Like if you would have gave that to Tucker or whatever, he could have went around. Everybody's so focused on stopping the run and letting Jimmy beat us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not going to keep it as calm as y'all because some of these fans at Raider Nation don't understand some things. And when your offense becomes one-dimensional, what do you expect?
Exactly.
What do you expect? When the first play of the game, your offensive lineman bumps right into your running back. Getting bullied from that position. That's what I knew. This was not going to be a great game for the offensive line. People want to blame Josh Jacobs for not having any legs. That don't have nothing to do with it because if you want to be completely honest, if you don't have an offensive line, nothing else works. Nothing else works. And that's what a lot of Raiders fans fail to realize. Josh Jacobs, the reason why he got the way he got and the way he played last year, because his offensive line worked against the run when it comes to the run. And now I said it in my post-game video. I said it has reversed. We was terrible at pass blocking last year. We was great at run blocking. Now we're great at pass blocking, and we can't run block to save our lives. It just reversed.
That's why I'm hopeful, though. That's why I'm hopeful. Because from a pass
that can get better.
Yeah, because I mean, even last year in the beginning, our run blocking wasn't that good. Because if you remember, it wasn't until about week 4 or so, 3, where JJ started going off, and I know that's when we started really feeding him. But run blocking is a mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like pass block is more of a skill and more of a technique.
Right.
That run block is a mentality. So those are the same guys. So something has to just light a fire in their ass, and I think they'll get it. But I mean,
I think it's only Grant Van Roten that needs to.
Grant Voten is the new one, right? He's the new one this year, right?
Yeah. Switch him out for Alex Bars.
He's the one, bro. I was watching that. He's the one that was pissing me off. Like Oliver, dude, that's fucking Grant Voten's daddy. Like that fool got.
Oliver is a very underrated defensive lineman here.
That boy was nice.
They don't talk about Ed Oliver enough on Buffalo. They just don't. They need to give that man. They need to give that man his props because Ed Oliver in the first 2 games has been dominant on both sides on that defense side of the ball. Even in the Jets game, that he was good. So
I was telling people that, man. Ed Oliver can play. And coming out of college, I think he was the number 1 rated defensive tackle that year.
Yeah.
I mean, because that was the year that we got Farrell, if I remember.
Don't say Clee.
Don't say Clee.
So it was Quentin Williams and Oliver. I think they were 1 and 2.
Oh, you're right. I think it was them 1 and 2. Yeah.
But another thing is this: when the Buffalo Bills have the ball for 40 minutes.
Man,
that is a stat that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's
it's a mentality, man.
Time of possession.
Did you see we only had the ball for 13 possessions in the second half? 13, bro.
We couldn't get off the field.
39 total plays the whole game.
That
and
is ridiculous.
Crazy about this is the Miami Dolphins had 32 in the first half.
Exactly.
So with Buffalo's having 73 plays and our defense is on the field majority of the game, and you have to think about it. We got the ball first. So at halftime, they started the ball.
Yeah, halftime they got the ball.
Getting it in the second half. So Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't on the field almost the end of that first half, and going into that second half, he was not in because I don't know what adjustments was made on defense. And something's got to give. And it's been like this for so many years with our defense that, like, we just went back to what we see for how many years now? We had that one good week against Denver, we're giving up 260 pass yards. We gave them their props, and the Bills have 450 total yards on his defense. 450. James Cook, we gave James Cook his first ever 100 game in his career.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
people have career days against us.
Like, I know everybody's mad at the defense for a reason. We gave up 400 yards, 38 points. But they played good in the first half. They did what they needed to, even stopping them on that 4th and goal. You know, that was your chance to fucking drive the ball down. But after that first drive, we couldn't get a fucking drive going again. There was either that tip, a missed throw, a missed catch, the non-call on Tucker on that deep pass. Like, they just couldn't get anything going. And then the second half, it just got even worse after that. Like, the offense couldn't do anything after the second half, bro.
I just feel like with some of the play calling, I kind of question. Some of it, not all of it. I think that first drive was beautiful play calling.
Yeah,
beautiful play calling. But I feel like they didn't find ways to switch it up. Even on that jet sweep with Trey Tucker, I understand you didn't want to go back to it after he ran it the first time. I get that. But you could get him in so many other ways on that football field outside
of doing
anything.
That's
to me, the adjustments would have been running more screens.
5-step drops where you could get him a 3-step drop and get him on a screen or get him on a quick slant or something of that nature. I just felt like he knew that Jacoby Myers was not there and he was just targeting Devontae Adams. He did target Hunter Renfrow, but Hunter Renfrow was not open. But if you look at the spacing, most of those wide receivers outside of Devontae Adams could not get any spacing.
No, they were too.
Get any separation from the defender. So it made it harder on Jimmy G. And then for 2 weeks in a row, we did not get our tight ends involved. And Jimmy loves throwing to his tight ends. If you look at his pass in his career, he loves throwing the tight ends. And I see that. I don't know where Michael Mayo was at. I don't know where Austin Hooper was at. I don't know. But
even the one catch that Michael Mayer had was in tight ass coverage.
Yeah,
he threw it to Hooper like twice.
And I get what a lot of people are saying that, we got one thing the Raiders offense have to work is this. We got to have a balanced offense. But we're one-dimensional, we are easy to get beat. Simple as that.
And this is where I'm going to ask Chris, because he's our famous Josh McDaniels lover and he's bringing me along. But
I'm a Raiders lover.
I was like, if everybody knows they need to be balanced. So if we fuck up the balance, stop the run, what are the Raiders doing to change that? Like, what is McDaniels going to do to counter that? He knows they're going to come stop the run. Everybody's coming up on the line. Like, start running screens, end around, something, quick slants, like Darian was saying. But I don't see them doing that. I see them still trying to run their offense when they're keyed in on taking one thing away from you. And I get it. We're not built to come from behind. We're not the way this offense is playing right now. I get people want to stretch the field, things like that, and it creates space. But I don't know what adjustments the offense needs to make so that this doesn't keep happening every week. Because right now, if I'm playing the Raiders, like every other coach, stop Josh Jacobs, they ain't going to do shit. Stop Josh Jacobs, we get a lead on them, keep that defense on the field, they ain't going to do shit on us. So what do they do?
No, that's true. I think, it is undervalued. I think losing Jacoby is just undervalued because, again, like I was saying, teams are going to automatically double and try to bracket Devontae as much as they can. and then they're going to be like, we're going to put extra people in the box to stop Josh. So therefore, they just can't guard everyone. So therefore, they're going to leave one-on-one matchups for that other receiver, and the other receiver got to win. Unfortunately,
we don't have a real backup number 2.
We don't, man. Exactly. It's like we got a lot of slot guys. We got a lot of little shifty guys, but we really don't have no one that's going to come out there and beat and consistently beat a one-on-one coverage.
Yeah.
Now I guarantee we're going to look a lot different next week. I guarantee that. But the thing is, I don't mind that McDaniels didn't try to get away from the run, because you gotta establish it. You can't stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just because if you don't, then the play action means nothing. So you gotta at least show that you got a threat of running. And until those guys up front get it together, then our offense isn't gonna work at all. I mean, there's just nothing that we can do until we get our running blocking together. So again, I think that's a mentality. I'm not so much worried about the schematics part of our offense. It's just we got to get that dog mentality back. I mean, until that happens, it's going to be a long season. But
man, and against this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, that's not an easy task for
they're
going to
be. I mean, because honestly, they did that last year because they literally didn't trust Carr, or they was like, Carr's not going to beat us. So they were really in the box to stop JJ last year. So they're going to try that same thing. Jimmy's going to have to make the plays, and we're going to still we got to figure out a way to still get JJ the ball in space, if it's screens or whatever. I really want to see more screens, though.
I do too. I think that would help.
It makes the defense honest when you run more screens, and you have a pass rush with I think Devin Bush is still with the Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. But TJ Watt, it slows down TJ Watt as well when you have him, when you have those type of screens. He's a great pass rusher when it comes to it. And that defense is just solid for Pittsburgh. I mean, if you look at what Nick Chubb did before Nick Chubb got hurt, God bless his soul, he was running really well on this defense. If our offensive line can have the chemistry and the continuity going into this game, we could run the ball effectively, but the offensive line got to pick up the pace. We cannot wait. Yeah. We cannot wait for anything to develop. We need to start getting a push right now. We don't need to be going backwards. We need to be going forwards and getting, if we can start off getting 3.5 yards to carry, that is a start. And then it grows from there. And I think that's what needs to happen, is to establish that run. But at the same time, it gotta be the offense got to be a little bit more creative with our running backs, more creative with our tight ends, and even a tight end screen. Them tight end delay screens are so well against
we used to do it with Waller
in itself. So if we can do that and get Austin Hooper or Michael Mayer involved early, then you see that it takes away from Josh Jacobs. It takes away from Devontae Adams. Ain't nobody going to be doubling him like, oh, we got another weapon here. And then Jacoby Myers is coming back this weekend too. So thank God he's going to come back. And Devontae Adams cleared concussion protocol.
Sure? Is Myers coming back for sure?
Thank goodness.
Say what?
Is Myers coming back for sure?
I'm not too sure, but I know that he went through concussion protocol, and I heard that he passed the concussion protocol.
Yeah. I heard he passed as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard he passed, but I don't know if the team doctors is going to clear him to play. I'm not too sure on that part. But if we do get Jacoby Myers back and you go to your tight ends, that just opens up everything for everybody else when you get your tight ends involved. And that's what the Raiders need to do. Now, defensively, I don't know if it's the scheme. And I'm not worrying about the offense being one-dimensional, but it's some things that I need to get off my chest when it comes to the defense. It's not really much that I can say because it was really that bad when it comes to the defensive front outside of Max Crosby. I mean, we seen Malcolm Kuntz, and we saw this Malcolm Kuntz at time.
Even Max,
even Max though, bro. Even Max.
It's some downs when that man is getting beer hugged.
No, I get that. I do, but
where he's getting like.
But listen,
I'm grabbing you like this, brother. Like,
I get that. But you don't think Micah Parsons, the same shit's happening to him? Right. You don't think the same shit happens to homeboy from Cleveland?
But this is the difference between Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby.
They got help.
They got help.
They line him up everywhere from linebacker to inside for even a stand up defensive tackle.
Yeah.
And a lot of stunts happen. And one thing about our Raiders defensive line, we don't want a lot of stunts. We don't.
They just bull. They go in. They just
we do stunts, but they're just so soft. Like a stunt don't matter if it's Bilal Nichols coming around slow. And
I saw a stunt where Max stunted, but Nichols pushed
offensive line in some way, or do some linebacker stunts, or bring Diablo on the same side as Max Crosby and do a stunt with him. You want to put some speed into your stunts if that's the case.
No, there was one where they did a stunt and Max spinned off of it, but because Nichols couldn't get the push on the lineman, Max spun right into Nichols.
Right, so that's right
because there was no lane. They're creating for
not getting the push. You got to find a way to get Max. You have Devon Diablo stunt and go outside, and have Max Crosby go inside. If I'm Patrick Graham, you have to be creative on this defense, even though that your defensive tackles is not doing as well as you thought. I mean, I thought I don't even know the guy. What's his name? Rochelle or whatever.
Rochelle was in there. I don't know
he played.
Yeah, he did. He was in there.
So it still wasn't no pass rush there. So when it comes to the run game, I thought we was good last week in the run game, but James Cook just literally up the middle.
Yeah,
up the middle, man. So Max is really at a point where I think he just tired of doing this by himself. He need that opposite side. And the whole thing with Chandler Jones, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. We're going to talk about that a little later because people want to hear my input on the Chandler Jones situation. And I'm just going to let it be known there. But I'm going to talk about that later on in the show. Going forward, I'm not really getting into too much stats. It's not really too much to really talk about. Devontae Adams, 6 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown on 8 targets. Robert Spillane, I know that he had 14 total tackles and 9 solo, but I mean, he didn't have a great game himself. Even though he had 9 solo tackles, he didn't have a great game himself. At the end of the day, I think for me, Devon Diablo was more impressive than Robert Spillane. And I had criticized Devon Diablo a lot, but I think Devon Diablo was a little bit more better than Robert Spillane this week. And then Robert Spillane, coming over from Pittsburgh, he knows that defense. So hopefully he can help out in some way because he was a starter on that defense. So hopefully he can help us out in some way there. But
Spillane was the spy for the most part on Allen. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the actual.
He was in the actual spy. Yeah,
he was the actual spy, and he really didn't. Josh Allen didn't really get out he got out the pocket, but he didn't really get out the pocket as much.
Yeah, not as much as I was worried about. Yeah.
But not the thing is, our DTs are so soft. He was climbing the pocket, so he was stepping up in the pocket. He didn't even need to go out of the pocket.
No.
And last thing before we move on. How did y'all feel about that bullshit PI on Nate Hobbs? How did y'all feel about that?
Look, it was bullshit. It was. I get, if you watch the play from the 5-yard line, they were pushing and fighting.
Yeah, they were fighting back and forth.
They were fighting back and forth.
But I saw
and then they saw Diggs hold him.
Try to go like this over there.
Yeah, in the end zone. Yeah.
Calling that on
my thing is, if you're going to call that,
you got to call the other one on Carter.
Well.
Right.
Yeah, you got to call the one that they did against Tucker, and they picked up the flag on that.
The thing is, it was on Tucker. Yeah, the thing is, they actually caught it. That's the worst part. They actually caught it. So they saw it.
Yeah.
They called it, and then they huddled together and said, "Oh, never mind, it's the Raiders. We gonna pick it up."
The point spread is 9.5. Well, we need to make sure they cover. Let it go.
Right.
Right. So so for me, I just felt like that was a BS call, and even with Bilal Nichols again. And I'm going to say this is, like I said, for Tillery. Don't move until the ball is moved. You play defensive tackle for a reason. You're watching the ball. You're literally right over it. Why are you moving? I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused, but we're going to get into our week 2 baller and busters for week 2 of the Buffalo Bills. This is the ballers that they had. Of course, they had Devontae Adams on there. 2, they had Colton Miller on there. They had Marcus Epps on there. I think Marcus Epps had a great game too. He was coming out hitting.
Epps was the good tackle. They had Colton Miller as a baller.
Colton Miller.
He was Epps was bringing.
No. Yeah, I'm talking about they had Colton Miller as a baller.
They had Colton Miller as a baller, and this is what they said. They said he kept Garoppolo's blind side protected all day on and on the Adams touchdown screen. He got out wide to make the block.
Okay, I can see that.
So that's why they put him on
that one play.
So he did his job. I wouldn't even call that a baller. He did his job. He met expectations
in that point. And then, of course, why they put your boy on here, Chris, as a buster.
Ooh.
Josh McDaniels, they put him as a buster on there, but they put Patrick Graham on there too. So
I would put both on there. That's real right there.
I'll put McDaniels as a buster on there. You know, I keep it real. I mean, at the end of the day, McDaniels oversees it all. I mean, if you don't have a competent and first of all, let's not all act like we were expecting to beat the Bills. So let's keep it real.
True.
So let's keep it 100% real.
The Bills, but as a Raider fan, we had to feel like that we was going to beat them. Unfortunately,
even regardless. But the thing is, it's like I wanted us to win, of course. But would I bet my last dollar on it? You know, would I bet the deed of my house on it? You know,
no, absolutely not. Because if you look at it, Buffalo took that game personal after all the lickback Josh Allen got all week.
That's what I'm saying. And
but we did say on your show on Friday, the thing was to stay competitive. Don't get our ass whooped.
Yeah, we did.
And that's what we didn't do.
Yeah.
You know, like I get it. If we lost to Buffalo by a touchdown or two,
nobody was.
We were in it. Nobody was gonna like. It was Buffalo. Allen was coming back. Blah blah blah. But to get our ass kicked the way we did, bro.
Yeah, we let it get out of our hands. But yeah, McDaniels is a you got to put him as a buster for the week. But at the end of the day, I think that I'm not gonna go too hard on the team. Now this Pittsburgh game is gonna really show, and I said that from the beginning. I was like, the Pittsburgh game is gonna show me where we're at. Like, beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. I mean, we beat Denver. I think we were supposed to beat them. A lot of people in the NFL didn't think we were. And I think most people think that we should beat the Steelers. At the end of the day, we should beat them. So
this is an outside division rivalry with us. We have to beat Pittsburgh.
Got to. Yeah. We usually do. No matter how good they are and how bad we are, we usually beat them.
Yeah.
So the rest of the list, of course, they got Jimmy G on there. They got Tyree Wilson, Nate Hobbs, Bilal. Of course, Bilal Nichols, John Jenkins, and Byron Young. They got Dylan Parham, Andre James, and Greg Van Roten. They got Greg Van Roten and Jacorian Bennett. So that's a lot of people on the list for the buster side of things.
That's a lot. That is a lot. I think Bennett goes. Bennett struggled. He continues to struggle. But as I've been saying, I'm okay with someone making rookie mistakes but going 1,000 miles per hour. I'm okay with that. I can forgive that. Bennett will get better, man. Like, he's giving effort. He's going to get beat. I get it. Yeah. But that dude number 9, that dude.
I saw the play you were talking about, Chris. Where he gave up, and then
that dude. I'm sorry, he's dumpster juice, man.
He gave up, thought the play was over, then he realized the ball was still.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Like, if he would have kept doing it, but it's like, but the fact that's even his mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like even when the ball is
thrown, thing is the reason why for that. Do you think it's a culture thing? Because the only reason why I say that, because we draft players, they come here, or we go get a free agent, they come here. I mean, it's not really outside Devontae Adams, but you see some big time names come into this culture and stink it the hell up. I'm just saying, like, is it something in the culture, or Josh McDaniels or Josh McDaniels or these coaches are not vocal enough in the locker room because they understand the NFL athletes, but you're a coach for a reason. Now, if I was one of those coaches on the Las Vegas Raiders, I was a defensive line coach, I'll be in my defensive line's ass. No Vaseline,
like that.
No Vaseline. I'll be like, I would be like Ice Cube on no Vaseline, and I would expose everything because I'm in that film room and I'm cussing y'all the hell out.
And seriously. I'm hoping that is. But honestly, I'm glad. I would expect Max to do that too, man. That's why I'm so surprised.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's why I'm so surprised about Tyree. Is like, I don't know, man. I don't want to give up on him yet, but there are certain things that just piss me off. And
where's the leadership overall on the defense side of the ball? Where's the leadership?
See, I think they got leaders though. Like, I think Spillane's a good leader. I think Epps is a good leader. I think Max is a good leader. Yeah. But they they have to put it together on defense. And as much as I want Patrick Graham to do well, like I'm giving him a few more games to really step it up, man. But we honestly, if we can't get pressure on the quarterback by doing what we're doing, then we need to start blitzing. I don't care if we get beat on the blitz, but like I rather honestly, I'd rather go get someone like a Rex Ryan, someone like hey, you know we're going to bring pressure. If you beat it, you beat it. And I'd rather go out that way. Yeah, I'd rather go out that way.
Yeah,
if we're going to lose on defense, at least we're going to be aggressive, and we're going to hit the quarterback, and we're going to bring the wood every play.
Yeah, that was my whole thing too. Like, where the hell are the dudes with the nice little C on their jerseys? Like, I want to see them hold these younger guys accountable too.
Right.
That's why you're here. That's why you're the leader. Like Wilson, I get it. He's a rookie. He's here. He's new. Like, hey, tell that, like, dude, you need to get this shit going. You need to practice this, do that, do this. Any other stuff, even with the linemen, on the captains on the offensive side, like, get on them. Like, to a certain point, the players need to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
And they need to push them. And if anyone has somebody good to learn from, it's Wilson has Max.
That's my point.
And at that point, that becomes a player thing. Like, are you going to do what he does to get as good as he does?
Because
as soon as the game is over,
you can already tell
you're putting on your suit and you're looking for dinner.
It's
where
am
I going to go to dinner
man.
tonight? Yeah,
for me, the team is a mentality on the offensive line, on the defensive line. It is a mentality of, are you at least going to be tough?
Right. At least if when the offense is on the field, the defense needs to come together and figure it out.
Right.
Somebody need to be in the middle and huddle that defense up like, yo, this is what we need to do to get our offense back on the field more times than them. We gotta make a stop. Somebody gotta be the next man up to make a stop.
Yeah. We need like a Warren Sapp type of guy, someone that's vocal and is gonna hold people accountable. I mean, I can't say Ray Lewis because he's like a generational player, but but still, you need someone like that that's going to grab them dudes, while they're drinking their Gatorade, say, no, let's go, man. Like, get in their ass, man. It's
get in the ass. Man.
I just don't feel that right now, man.
And I get it. In the Denver game, we saw a lot of that. We talked about it. We were happy to see them communicating and talking and all that. And when you're getting your ass kicked, that mentality changes. But even when you're getting your ass kicked, like,
it should be some type of motivation,
like, show something. Yeah, exactly. Like, we can't go out like this.
Like,
it can't be like, oh, fuck it, this game's over. Let's get ready to go back home.
Let's get ready for the home opener, basically.
So we can't
have that mentality as a Raider. When you put on that helmet, you wear those colors, and you wear that shield. You coming to kick ass and play all game, all 4 quarters. And one thing about us fans, if you don't give us no effort, we're going to fucking call you out on it. That's it. We're going to fucking.
And that's everybody. That's everybody. That's every player included. No one's fucking excluded.
No one's.
If you're not putting that effort, they need to be called out.
Yeah, nobody's excluded. Nobody's excluded from. When it comes to me, I'll call the whole damn team out at this point. I'll call the whole 53-man roster at this point. Special teams, defense, and offense. One thing about me, I don't exclude nobody. When we lose and we get our ass kicked, everybody gets their ass kicked. Not just one person, and not just a coach.
I'm the same way, and I'm very vocal about my love for Josh Jacobs, but like I know he didn't have much room to run, which it happens, but when you let another grown man jump over you and get an interception, I got a problem with that.
Yeah,
that's the mentality. It keeps going back to that's a mentality. It's a dog. They always talk about dogs. Go be a dog. Don't go get the ball.
Yeah. How you gonna let Milano jump over you and get the ball from
That's
you?
what I'm saying, because that other guy was more hungry than you. That other guy behind you, he was a dog. That's a mentality thing. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, man.
Yep.
Just like one thing with Diddy always say, if you don't hustle, you don't eat.
Exactly, man.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Kill or be killed, man, and they're not killing. So now they're gonna be looking hungry and lose weight like Chandler Jones, man.
I need to.
That boy on that.
Man, I was like, oh my Lord, it all makes sense now.
How do y'all hear about that news about I saw this on a few posts on social media about the Raiders are interested in Cam Akers.
That is so fucking stupid. Is he gonna help block on the inside? Is he gonna get pressure on the quarterback? Then fuck that. We don't need no damn Cam Akers.
I looked at it and I was just like, the Raiders are Raidering again. Not addressing your offensive line, but you're worried about going to get another skill player. And this has been the problem with the Raiders for years. Some things people need to understand that
even Al Davis
your team works inside out. It don't work outside in. I don't care if you have Randy fucking Moss on your team. I don't care if you had Chris Carter or Jerry Rice. If your offensive line ain't protecting your quarterback, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work. So with that being said, I don't want us to go get no Cam Akers until this offensive line can help Josh Jacobs get like 4 yards. Sorry about that.
Cam's not going to be able to do anything different than what Josh does.
Exactly. It's not like
worse.
Cam ain't no damn berries unless that's Barry Sanders back there.
Why were we interested in a running back, knowing that the Cleveland Browns need a running back? They did host Kareem Hunt. They might get Kareem Hunt back. Go have Cam Akers go over there. Yeah. Where a running back is needed. We don't need another fucking skill player. And that's been a problem with this organization, that we worry about skill players and we think we can have a mediocre offensive line and we can get through and sweep it under the rug. Absolutely not. We cannot sweep it under the rug like that.
Hey, but who said that though? Who said that we wanted Cam Akers?
It was
a report. I did see.
It was a few reports.
I know, but I didn't see who it came from, because you know how sometimes people do their speculation trades, or the Raiders should go after this guy.
I think it was Raider. It was something that I saw.
Yeah, I saw it on a bunch of Raider content pages, but I was just wondering where the report came from. Like, who said the Raiders were?
It's ridiculous, man.
Because I know people have been saying that because they think that Jacobs is done or whatever, which is stupid. He's not done.
No,
but yeah.
Well, according to Raider Resistance, shout out to Raider Resistance. That's my homeboy. He said Jordan Schultz reported that the Raiders have checked in with the Los Angeles Rams about Cam Akers. Other teams in a potential trade for Akers is the Buccaneers, Ravens, and Browns. And he said, would this be an upgrade from Zamir White? Why does it matter if it will be an upgrade? Because we can't have an offensive line that can block fucking run block.
Right.
We can't even get
problems. Our number 2 running back, right?
yeah. We can't even give our RB1 going, but we over here worried about RB2.
But if you look at the 3 teams that need a running back that they said on here,
they really need one.
Ravens and Browns. That's the teams that need running backs. Go get them. Go to those teams. Don't put the Raiders in nothing skill player wise. If you want to go get a skill player, let's go get a linebacker. How about that?
They did pick one up. Did you see that?
Yes, actually, I was about to go into that too, and that was from my guy. What's his name? He used to be on Instagram. Damn, he don't have his Instagram anymore. I keep forgetting his name, but I know his name is on Twitter is Tristan Kuhn. He used to be Raider Scout. He used to be Raider Scout on Instagram. And he posted.
We changed his name.
Huh?
He changed his name.
Lost his page.
No, he lost.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. He did.
So it stated that the Raiders tried to get Mikal Walker this summer when the Falcons released him, but the Bears claimed him. But now he's in Las Vegas. According to it, he's 26 years old. He's a linebacker with 20 career starts, over 49 games with 187 tackles, 107 last year, 5 tackles for loss, a sack, 3 interceptions, 11 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery, 49 stops with a TD. He has allowed a sub of 80 QBR in back-to-back seasons, and a lone TD allowed coming into his rookie season. He has 12 missed tackles last season, only 5 in the first 2 seasons combined. So that's all the information that we have on Mikal Walker, former Atlanta Falcon, was claimed by the Chicago Bears. Now he's on the practice squad for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Let's make sure we activate him before somebody takes him too. Shoot.
Listen. I don't care who. Listen, at this point, put anybody there. Anybody that wants to work hard and hustle and wants to play the game with force, put them there.
Mentality.
Yeah, I saw a couple of highlight plays of him, and they're pretty good. So
yeah, I'm gonna definitely look at him. But an hour ago, Raider Scout put out this on Twitter too, that they worked out a guard, which is Mikal Minute. He was a 2021 7th round pick by the Falcons, along with Jerron Christensen Christensen is 27. He started all 16 games while appearing in 48, allowed 8 sacks. He only allowed 8 sacks, 9 hits, 50 pressures, and over 700. I think it's 7.4. I think it's 74.2 pass block snaps or what? How many snaps that he had, with a majority coming at left tackle. So, I mean, they were looking at a guard and looking at a tackle as well, because Grant Van Roten is just fucking terrible. Had a great preseason, but looked like shit in the regular season. But enough said about that. But how y'all feel about those? Those 3 players, how y'all feel about them? I mean, I know it's not really big names, because
I don't mean nothing to me.
Big names left out there, but what's y'all quick thoughts on that?
We shouldn't have let go of what's his name?
Who?
We shouldn't have let go of what's his name? McGlendon? Was that his last name? The big dude, the one that got taken from our practice.
Curtis. McGlendon.
Curtis.
Oh, Curtis Bolton.
Mm-hmm. No,
Curtis McClendon. Yeah.
Oh, McClendon. Okay.
Yeah, Curtis McClendon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, but shout out to
him. I mean, it's not like he showed us much. I mean, we saw a highlight tape of him in college. He was okay, but it's not like, I think it's more like the hype around him. But when he was in preseason, he wasn't doing nothing. We need to at this point. I mean, I guess it depends on where we think we're going to go. If we think we're just going to continue just to build, then, I mean, I guess we can stay status quo. But if we really want to try to make a push and be really competitive this year, we still need a couple pieces, man, on defense. I think our offense will get to. I think they'll end up clicking. I'm not too worried about that. But that defensive front, man, that interior, I mean, they have to address that ASAP.
The interior.
Wrestling on both sides of the ball too, man. I think offensive line and defensive line. I mean, I know Jimmy Garoppolo is not getting sacked a lot, but we have a rushing champion on the offensive side of the ball. We got to get him going. And you notice with Jimmy Garoppolo, everywhere that he went, he had a sustainable running back that really helps out in multiple ways. Even though Josh Jacobs caught the ball a lot in the Buffalo Bills game, but I mean, he has to run the ball too,
But even using him that way, it's kind of like little extended runs. You know what I mean? It was just little dump offs to him to get him going and get the pressure off.
The thing there, though, if you really watched it, it's not like a lot of the plays were designed for JJ. I mean, Jimmy had time to go through his reads. He was able to scan the field. It's just nobody was open. Yeah, and he dumped it down. So, them dudes wasn't getting separation, man.
No separation at all.
Once the all 22 come out, we can look at it a little closer. But I don't know, man. I feel like for the most part, Jimmy makes good decisions. I mean, even his interceptions were kind of shaky, but it wasn't really his fault. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know what? I'm with you about him making the good decisions, but sometimes I think he's too hesitant to take a chance when there is tight coverage to avoid stuff, Like, I don't know if it's not being able to extend it or throw it in there, unless it's Tay. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Yeah. That's Tay. He's going to make a play for you. I don't know if he doesn't have the trust in these dudes that they're going to make the play in that type of coverage.
And I need the fans to stop blaming Jimmy Garoppolo for that screen interception.
Yeah, it wasn't on him.
Oh, yeah, that was a great play by the defender. That was a great hell of a play, bro.
A matter of inches, man.
Like a defensive tackle supposed to.
Yeah, get your hands up.
If Tyree would jump his ass up in the air instead of just sitting there, he would probably tip some of those damn balls with how big he is.
That comes with coaching too, though.
Yeah.
If you can't get to the quarterback, put them hands up.
Right. I need defensive linemen. Get the hands up. I don't care. Listen, if you notice, if you play defensive tackle, if you have your hands up, the more of the jersey they see, you get grabbed on. That's called flags. It's called penalties. But no, if you just sitting there and just being patty cake, bakers, like, no, we're not doing that. That's what our defensive line looks like. Oh,
yeah, no.
Shout out to Ja Raider, man.
Especially with that.
Yeah, shout out to Ja Raider, man. He said our defense will be fixed if we get Aaron Donald for a second and White.
If we can get Aaron Donald, bro,
for Jared. Listen, Ja, keep dreaming.
Oh man,
I don't ever play the what if trades, but that fucking trade, Aaron Donald to us, please.
Yeah,
I'd be all for that, bro.
Y'all made me want to play Daydreaming by Lupe Fiasco just thinking about that scenario in itself.
Yeah, Aaron Donald would be a whole fucking thing.
I was for a couple of
Remember when they were playing around with trying to get Sue to come too? Remember when they were trying to get Sue to come and he wouldn't sign with us?
Yeah.
You know what though? Like,
honestly, we need someone like him. Well, we need somebody
nasty
in the middle,
need
man.
someone nasty like that, bro.
I get that. But do you feel like, even though, like you said, last year he even visited and he didn't come out with a contract?
Yeah.
What is going on in these negotiations? What is going on behind the scenes that these players come in?
Maybe Sue sees the other D tackles he's playing with, and he's like, "Fuck that! I ain't playing with these clowns. Like I ain't playing with no Bilal Nichols."
I just feel like that's why I feel like something has to change culture wise. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Josh McDaniels got to, for me, looking on the sideline, Josh McDaniels looked too fucking comfortable. He just looked too comfortable. Meaning that, okay, we lost this game. We're going to move on to the next one. I'm sorry, but if I'm in that locker room and I'm Josh McDaniels, I'm chopping it up. Like, we need to have a real man-to-man talk with everybody in this locker room. Do y'all want to win or not? Simple as that.
It's mentality, man.
Do it right now, and you can just get your check, and then just get your check. Because it seems like y'all just playing for money at this point. Y'all not playing to win.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where the captains come into play too, though. Where they at?
Yeah, because to me, I really don't think our issue is lack of technique. Like I really, and I know I keep saying it,
it's not.
Yeah, I really think it's a mentality, man. It's like, I mean, like, are you a dog or are you not a dog, man? Like, are you gonna let another grown man push you around, or are you not? Like, what? Like, that's what it boils down to, man. It's
like you can see who the dogs are and who isn't.
Yeah,
on that fucking. You really can. You know,
if you're Josh McDaniels, right? Bring in some of those Hall of Famers for the Raiders. Show what the Raider way really was.
They did.
Yeah, they
did.
They do
that every
That's not
year.
going to work, man.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah,
that's where this
you either got it or you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's like Tyree Wilson. And I even said like Amari Burney. It's like you can just tell. Like you can just tell.
The funny thing is he was inactive. He didn't even play on Sunday.
Because he's not a dog. It's the mentality. Like for instance, that guy Joey Porter Jr. yesterday for the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Like even though he's not the best and he has bad technique at times and he's real grabby, but you can tell he's a dog. He's like, I'm going, like me and you are just going to battle here on the line. Like if I get called for it, I get called for it. Like that is what we need. We need that dog mentality, man.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't got enough dudes that got that right now, man.
I just feel like our thing, and I don't even think it's the offensive side of the ball, it's the defense side of the ball. They just don't have a sense of urgency. That's another thing too. The sense of urgency, you know that you got to get off the football field. And I think if you're just there just to say, oh, I got on the football field and I played for the Raiders, then you could go, bro. Who's
our defensive line coach?
The defensive what coach?
The line. I forgot.
Defensive line.
I can find out right now.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, please, somebody get that fool on the phone. Cause
man, like
that motherfucker needs to get on them dudes. Cause I can see the dogs in the secondary. The linebackers are doing better than I thought they were gonna do. But that defensive line, which I thought was gonna be our strength, is our fucking weakness, bro.
You know who they need to bring back, man? I liked
it's Rob Leonard.
Yeah.
He's from Baltimore.
They need to bring back my boy Buckner.
Yes,
I liked him, and then I like Marinelli too.
Marinelli,
yeah, I know Max really likes that's his guy.
Max, that was his dude.
Yeah, man. But but bring back Buck. Coach Buck used to get them boys going, man. I like Coach Buck, man.
Yeah, maybe having Graham up in the fucking, he was up top this time, not down there barking at their asses. Maybe that made a difference. Hopefully he'll be down. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Rob Ryan doing, man? Like I know he's just like
that was the other part.
Like Rob Ryan, like you're all about aggression.
I think I'm gonna say this though, when it comes to Rob Ryan. I think if Rob Ryan was a defensive coordinator, we'll have a different style of defense. I think
he would get those fools fired up.
I feel like Rob Ryan and this is just assuming, but I feel like Rob Ryan is giving ideas to Patrick Graham, and Patrick Graham is just going for what he wants. What he wants to do,
this
and
ain't my system.
Not taking the ideas from Rob Ryan. That's just what that's just what I'm assuming.
Because like, why have him here then?
Because if you look at Ryan's defenses over Rob Ryan's defense over the year, they blitz.
They're aggressive.
Blitzing and aggressive.
Except when he was our defensive coordinator. He wasn't allowed. He wasn't allowed to.
He wasn't allowed to, though. That's why, though. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like when it comes to Patrick Graham, he's not really taking the understanding of playing an aggressive defense. And he's just going with what we go with. And I think it was the other night I was live streaming, and John Rader put out there that he don't even have Patrick Graham don't even have a 3-4 in none of his defensive formations. None.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
I haven't seen a 4 linebacker set in a 3-4 situation with the Raiders since he's been the defensive coordinator.
I mean, what's his name been getting? Who's the other Masterson? He been getting some snaps. I mean, it's not much.
It's been like 4-3,
like in a 4-2-5, like that cover 3-ish. I want to if we could get a 4, at least 3 linebackers that have one of these defensive, like Malcolm Kusa might be that 4th linebacker. And
that's what I'm saying. I think that's kind of what it is because when Kusa is standing up, you know what I'm saying? Because he's almost playing like the Von Miller-esque type of role. But I get what you're saying, man. To me, I mean, something just has to. At this point, it's like you got to just try something different.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, blitz, man.
Like blitz. If you're afraid to get beat, fuck it.
Yeah.
At least you're blitzing.
Exactly. Like I have no problem. I have no problem losing off of just being aggressive, and then the better team wins. But as far as letting
standing back and let them,
to let someone else bully you, that's not it, man. That's not it. I can't
stand when they do that. They just back off.
The Raiders defense, if Patrick Graham, if you're listening to this or it comes across your table, bring more than what you can block.
Yeah, especially if four aren't getting there, you need to start sending extra people, bro. Like if your 4 aren't getting there, you need to start sending other people.
Exactly. What's up, Raider Twine? What's going on, bro? He said, "Here's the free
Linval Joseph." I'll take Linval Joseph right now. Linval's a little bowling ball, man.
I like Carlos Dunlap. You know, Carlos Dunlap is a good edge rusher. I can see that. You know, I don't see Adama Sue coming here though. That's the only thing. No. Hakeem Hicks. The problem with Hakeem Hicks is this: he can't stay healthy.
Melvin Ingram.
That's my only problem with Hakeem Hicks. But when he's healthy, he gets to it. Yeah. And I watched him in Chicago when he was healthy. But Melvin Ingram, I think he can still get to the football.
I would do Linval Joseph and Melvin Ingram, bro.
I like Joseph, man.
Yeah, I like Joseph as well.
I miss Yannick Ngakoue like a motherfucker, though. I miss Yannick so mad, bro.
And Ngakoue was another person that's like he gave effort. Look, granted, he wasn't the best against the run.
Right.
My thing is, he's gonna give effort every play, man. Like Max is on one side giving maximum effort. You know, Yannick's gonna do the same thing, man. It's like I can't, man. I know it's mentality, man. It's mentality. Yeah. Word of the day, mentality.
Mentality is the word.
Ain't got that mentality. Not yet.
Soft, man. Soft batch.
So. Just blow
I believe we're more in Kuntz now than I am Wilson, and you guys were all about Kuntz in the preseason. I'm more about Kuntz now. Shit.
Oh, you already know how I feel about Kuntz. I always like
put Kuntz in there.
I don't have a problem with Malcolm Kuntz, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm starting to realize why Patrick Graham got fired from the Giants. I'm starting to realize
that's what it is. Josh just said it's a 3-3. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a 3-5-3-5. That's what it was.
3-3 stack, 3-5-3. I talked to the Giants fan on Sports Fury. He told me that Graham never ran a 4-3 or 3-4 defense at all. It had a cornerback 10 yards away from the wide receiver.
That's exactly how far Bennett was from Diggs. 10 yards away.
Because if you look at, you had one corner up on the line, and then you had another corner back like 10 yards. I'm like,
and that was bent. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't understand why he calls that in situations where we're in a 3rd and 6, or
exactly.
Easy first down.
Yards back. That doesn't make sense.
That's a quick little,
especially if you're not going to blitz
or a quick curl.
Especially if you're not going to blitz. If you're going to blitz, that's one thing.
That's different.
Yeah. You got to give it out. But if you're not going to blitz and you're giving that much cushion,
you're just letting them take those damn yards, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get more aggressive. Like Patrick Graham is.
I see why he got fired from the New York Giants. That's just why I see it.
I want him to do well, man, but I'm running thin, man. I'm
running thin on defensive coordinators. I'm really running thin. Even though Brandon Faison is on IR, so that's another one that kind of hurt us. But he's a Gus Bradley guy, not a Patrick Graham.
He's not a difference maker like that. So I ain't tripping on him.
So Just Ball Baby put out 3 reasons why not to give up on the Raiders season, which I think we're not giving up on the Raiders.
No, we're not giving up, bro. We're 1-1. There are a bunch of people who thought
we're literally first. We're first,
right?
In our division.
Everybody thought our first win was gonna come in like Chicago in October. Like, fuck out of here. We're 1-1 going into the home opener. Like,
right. So, and I said that on a Commitment to Excellence podcast. I said if we go into week 3 1-1, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah. I'd rather be 1-1 than 0-2 going into home.
That's what most people thought we were anyway. So it's like you guys said, we thought we was gonna be more competitive, but hey, let's just get this game passes. Let's get it popping next week.
Facts. So the 3 reasons that they have is 1, Josh Jacobs would hit his stride, which Chris has said it multiple times. He would hit his stride. Number 2, the rest of the division is still open. Agreed. Because if you look at the Chargers right now, they're choking it up in the first 2 weeks.
Their defense is horrendous.
Denver got is 0-2 right now because they lost to the Commanders, and and Kansas City barely beat Jacksonville. Like,
man, I was hoping
they barely beat. I mean, the score looked like what it says, but if you look at that game and you replay that game, you're like, yo, it was so many opportunities that Jacksonville missed that they could have beat Kansas City. Kansas City just don't look like the same team that they was from last year, in my opinion, because Eric Bieniemy is not there. That's just my personal opinion on it. It shows. And I'm going to tell you why it shows, because if you look at it, they scored 30. The Commanders have scored 33 points on the Denver Broncos. They scored 30 points back-to-back in the last 2 weeks, and that's under Eric Bieniemy.
They started off shaky, though.
Reached 30 points.
They did, but then they came back on that. Yeah. It started off pretty bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and mind you, the Commanders came back in that game against Denver too. But yeah, so that division is definitely wide open for the AFC West. And oh my God, I hate this number 3. I really hate this number 3. This is going to piss me off. Aiden O'Connell could turn things around.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Everybody thinks they have a Brock Purdy now. Everybody thinks they have a Brock Purdy because they see them, bro.
This kills me, man. This is killing me. If people that write shit like this pisses me off, and I'm calling out Just Ball Baby, and I don't give a shit who runs and tell them or tag them on a post on Twitter, because I don't give a shit, because I keep it a buck, I keep it 100, and I keep it the way I keep it. Just Ball Baby, that 3rd reason is full of shit.
A lot of people think that, though. That's the worst part. They're not saying nothing that a lot of these fans actually think.
Well, because it's like a lot of people want it. We're waiting for the moment to say, see, we told you Jimmy sucked.
Well, I mean, the backup quarterback is always the most popular person on the team until he plays.
Remember we talked about that?
Realize this. I don't care if you had Joe Montana as the quarterback. If you ain't got a defense that gives up 38 points in a game, you're not going to win the football. When you only run 39 plays offensively, Joe Montana ain't going to win the football game. I'm sorry to tell you that.
No, but he would have kept the drives going.
I don't care who back. I don't care if you put us 3 athleticism together and put a quarterback together. We still wouldn't be successful in that Buffalo Bills game.
Well, I kind of lost all my athleticism once I started eating and drinking a lot.
Bro, you know what? Even right now, I think I will get more fucking push than Tyree right now. God damn it. I might not be as tall as him.
I'll get in that offensive line, and I would not get bullied by Ed Oliver. I don't give a shit. I would not get bullied by Ed Oliver.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Ed Oliver would. He would throw you all around.
All you gotta do is underestimate me. I'm telling you this right now. All you gotta do is listen. I am chop blocking every goddamn time.
Man,
I do not
Ed
care.
Oliver is picking you up and throwing you, man.
He don't have to pick me up and do nothing. I'm chop blocking. I'm going low. I don't care.
That was the thing. They underestimated the hell out of Ed Oliver. They thought that Van Rote can handle that dude one-on-one, and they were mistaken.
Yeah.
Van Roten just looked like he just got his lunch money took from him.
Right? He did. my
Let me
Lord.
just put you upside down and shake you and get all your money out your pockets. That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I wasn't expecting that, man. I thought he was gonna be all right. I felt like he did all right the first game.
He did good in the Denver game. This game, the Buffalo game, was a bad game for him. Bad game for him, bro.
Bad game, and I really hope that he if Alex Barnes don't get to start, that means Grant Van Roten has been better.
Alex Barnes on the team.
I thought he got
somebody needs to sub in for him. I don't know who it is, but somebody needs to sub in for him.
Who is our backup?
I think it's that Jordan Meredith guy, the one who's rotational guy. Yeah.
Just bring back Brandon Parker at this point.
See what I'm saying?
Where's Brandon Parker?
I knew that
Brandon
was the
Parker!
uncle, bro. I knew that.
Back.
No, he over there flipping burgers at Five Guys, man.
Hey, man. Kurt Warner was bagging groceries, dog. You never know.
Listen, it might be somebody that's in that grocery store that probably is. Or matter of fact, what about your boy Chris that they made inactive? Severa.
Oh, what are you talking about on the offensive line?
No, defensive line.
Oh, Nesta. Yeah. Like to me, we need someone like Nesta. At least Nesta got an attitude, man.
Right.
And he's a dog.
I was kind of surprised. What's going on with Cam Smith? Why is Cam Smith inactive the first?
Another one.
Oh, Christopher Smith.
Yeah, Cam Smith.
Yeah.
No, Christopher Smith. Yeah, because especially the way Morgan is playing.
Man, and again, I know I was wrong about Mork, man. I'll keep it real. I liked Mork coming out of college, man, but he don't got that dog mentality, and he just gets shook. He gets shook so much, man. He just on skates every time I see him, man. Every time I see him.
Did you see when the receiver ran over him?
Yeah, I mean, everybody do. I'm like, what are you doing?
Put his shoulder down, and Mork went like, "Oh,
what are you doing, man? Soft."
Yeah, bro, it was soft.
Soft as hell, man. But that whole Aiden O'Connell 3 reasons shit. That is bullshit.
That's anti Jimmy G. We're ready for the future.
That's what it sounds like to me as well.
Yeah, that's what that is, bro. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. I agree there. But man, it was a crazy NFL week, though. It was a crazy NFL week.
It ended with a really good fucking game, though. I'm glad. I love watching those games. It
definitely ended with 2 good games. Even though Carolina tried to come back in that game on Monday night, the Saints end up winning that game. But then that AFC North, that Pittsburgh and Cleveland game,
I love watching those.
That was a great game as well. That was a great game as well. But I have to say, the best game of the week for me, I'm going Lions and Seahawks. The way Tyler Lockett had that touchdown in overtime.
I ain't watched it.
Oh, you better go back and watch that. You got to go back and watch that. That game was just as good. That was one of the best games of the week, in my opinion.
The ending of the Bronco game was crazy.
Gino balled out. He had about 400 yards passing. On that Lions D. So
I like that.
What happened to that Lions D? That was crazy. They did not
I like that Giants game, man.
Like losing him and putting him on IR really hurts Detroit. That really hurts Detroit.
Oh yeah.
So
I like that Lions Cardinals game, man. They came back.
Giants Cardinals one?
Crazy.
Yeah, they came back, man.
The Cardinals is frauds. They are so frauds.
But you know what? You know what? Who was kind of balling though? Like Josh Dobbs kind of be balling a little bit for who
I heard that. I heard
who he is. I'm like, he's out there throwing
dice. Where he from though? He's from that Tennessee, baby. Yeah.
Here we go.
From that Tennessee. Listen, I gotta cheer up, man. I gotta cheer up. You know
the way y'all shit the bed against Florida.
Yeah, I'm
just waiting for Michigan to play somebody and have some competition.
We're gonna smack everybody this year. We will hold up the trophy.
Hey, we play Ohio State this weekend.
Oh, what y'all gonna do with them?
That's gonna be a good game.
What y'all gonna do?
Oh, we gonna beat them, bro. We got a quarterback finally. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Hartman.
Last year, our defense held them.
Hartman is a
Ohio
problem.
State didn't go, but Hartman. Now that Notre Dame has a quarterback, because our run game is crazy.
Hartman is a problem. Bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hartman is a problem. And I think we play UTSA this week.
Talking about playing opponents.
Tennessee
right.
plays UTSA.
y'all playing Bishop Singapore or whatever.
Whatever his name is.
Bishop Sycamore, is that what it's called?
Sycamore,
Sycamore? Yeah.
That daggone documentary is wild, bro.
Who Michigan play this week? Probably a nobody. Probably a nobody.
I mean, you're probably right. Let's see who we got.
Y'all don't start your conference play yet, do you?
Oh, actually, yeah. Rutgers.
Oh, because Harbaugh comes back this week.
Yeah, we play Rutgers.
Rutgers. Y'all play Rutgers. Like that is a conference game.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got Rutgers.
Yeah, y'all play Rutgers, and what's crazy, Rutgers is 3-0. So
they're 3-0.
So that's that. Hey, just don't come in thinking that y'all gonna blow the roof off of Rutgers.
We will.
Don't underestimate.
Hey, Daddy Harbaugh back now. Free the guys. They done freed him.
Yes, they freed him.
But game of the week for college football. I definitely want to look at
Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Oh, the Amazing Blue Raider. Who's the Amazing Blue Raider? Man? Shout out to Amazing Blue Raider.
Colorado and Oregon.
Who?
Oh yeah, Colorado and Oregon's gonna be good.
Because now we getting into the stretch with Deion Sanders. Now he got to play Oregon and then play USC next week. So
yeah, and games are going to be Trav ain't playing, right? Trav out.
No, he's out for 3 weeks, bro.
He's gonna be out for like a couple weeks. But I feel like Deion Sanders can coach this team up without Travis. I think he can coach him up.
That's a huge loss, though. That's a huge.
You talking about some bad defensive coaching?
That's college football, though, bro.
but I'm just saying. But just watching that game,
yeah,
like that. What was his name? Hopkins or Horton for the other team?
For Colorado State, yeah.
He kept doing that shallow cross every play. I'm like, is anybody going to guard him? Anybody? He kept doing the same shallow cross.
Oh, Deion said he was livid. He was livid in the locker room about that. He was livid.
I will tell you one thing,
man. I would, man. That
being
linebacker
from California,
don't fix it.
that is Pac-12 football for you right there, bro. That is Pac-12 defense.
Yeah, that's Pac-12 defense.
That's Pac-12 defense for you.
That's why I feel like Oregon and Colorado
always bet
high scoring game. You bet high scoring game because the Pac-12 don't play no defense. None of them.
Always bet the over on the Pac-12.
And that's why everybody in the Pac-12 is leaving. Everybody in the Pac-12 is leaving. It ain't gonna be a Pac-12 next season.
You saw the over/under for the Colorado-Oregon game? It's like 70 points.
70? Is it?
70, bro. 70. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That's crazy. What?
70 points, bro.
I think I'm going under on that.
I might just go over for
don't do it. Unless Colorado gets stuck by Oregon.
Oregon, as long as I knew about Oregon, going back to Marcus Mariota, they never had a defense. They always give them like 40 plus the game. Right?
It's
going to be a pure shootout, yo. It's going to be. It's going to be.
Plus, they actually, because they both got them. They damn near. They got them no huddles where they basically they run tempo, man.
Yeah,
appreciate that, Ben.
Yeah, they run tempo, and you know what? Maybe if the Raiders go a little bit up tempo, we might see a little difference from this offense.
But is that Jimmy's style, though? Can Jimmy do that?
No, I'm just saying, I don't see the whole drive, but if we if we do it on like every other drive or every 2 drives or something okay, so the first drive we go up tempo, boom,
we throw them off balance.
Our defense is on the field, get a turn, gets a turnover or whatever the defense does, get a 3 and out. Then we go back to our methodical in that second drive.
But the thing is, I mean, you got a good point though. Like in theory, we should be able to do that because we're supposed to have a lot of different weapons. So like, it's not like we shouldn't have to always go at one person. So like once we start getting the tight ends involved in the slot guys and just like
slot guys,
so that therefore the defense is like I don't even know who to key on at this point.
Right?
You know I thought we were gonna see more of it, bro.
But we're not there yet, man. Nothing's gonna happen until we establish that run game because that is our base. That's our foundation.
Yeah. When I saw Tucker do that end around and all that shit, like I was like, we're finally gonna do it. This is why we have this dude. Let's get him to do it. Let's get Carter to do it. You know. And then that'll start.
Right. They understand it. They're not the Brandon Ayuk's or the Debo Samuels, but they're going to have to act like they are. Fact. Unfortunately.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Fact.
Yeah. They're not athletically good as them, but do they have the speed like them? Absolutely. I think DeAndre Carter is fast as hell.
You saw Tucker's speed for sure on that field, bro. The way he was running away from
that end
right,
around.
and that Buffalo defender was just getting further and further away. I was like, bro. Oh my god!
Yeah, and that's the only thing. I just need for Jimmy Garoppolo, if he sees another open person outside of Devontae Adams, throw it to him.
Yeah, that's why, you know what? I can't wait.
Because I'm tired of hearing that narrative like, oh, he's just targeting Daniels. He's targeting Daniels. Just throw it to him. If he's wide open or he's opening up, just throw it to him at this point.
I want to watch the
All-22.
You see how open, if the other receivers were open or not. You could see that when you watch the All-22. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting for it to because I was not able to upload anything last week for the Denver game, but I want to upload some stuff this week and break down. I really want to break down the defensive side, but I really want to do the defensive line, like circle the defensive line and see what their techniques are, like what technique they were in across the board, and I want to see how the offensive line was firing off the ball in the run game. Was they taking a step back like they was pass blocking, or they was taking a step forward like they was run blocking?
They wasn't firing off the ball at all, man. At all.
Right, and that's what I want to see.
I saw Kuntz do it a couple times, and I saw Max do it, and that was it.
Me looking at a coach's film, I look at the offensive line and what the offensive line is doing to make the rest of the offense effectively. And it goes the same thing for the defensive line. It helps out the linebackers, it helps out your corners, and it helps out your safeties. It all starts from the line first. And I love being a line person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I played a few line here and there, not too much.
A lot of people don't realize the games are fucking decided in those trenches.
Decided in the trenches.
You can have all the superstars you want on the outside, but those games are fucking decided in those trenches, man.
Hey Darian, I found your old highlight tape, man. You know,
you always got my old highlight tape, bro.
You was getting it, man.
The one you said,
yeah, he was running that ball. Hey, Darian was getting it, bro.
I can sing you some shit for real. I can sing you some shit when I was playing some semi-pro, and I was running. One thing about me, when I played a little bit of a fullback in my semi-pro years, whoever was a defensive coordinator for the other team, don't ever have a small corner come my way by itself. And you think
what you gonna do to him?
You got me fucked up.
What you gonna do to him?
I ran his ass over. What? Done for the game after that. Done for the game after that.
Oh, you injured him?
Listen, I'm sorry. It was in the rain. Listen, when you're in the rain, you got to run the football. I mean, listen.
Relax, Colorado.
It's one of them cold. It's one of them cold days in the rain, and it's pouring down, and you out playing football. Only thing I hated about it is that you got to play football on turf while it's raining. That sucks. That's the only thing I hate about it.
Yeah, turf is the worst.
I hated turf.
Turf is the worst, man. I hated it. But
ask Aaron Rodgers.
You know what? Don't start with me, because in our league I lost Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so leave me alone now. Then now I'm
speaking of our
cards
league,
available.
Jamal Williams in the fantasy league.
Cards available.
Who's dominating that league, by the way? Do y'all know who's dominating that league?
Not you.
Like, who's the top scorer? Who is it? Who is it?
I need to look at the standings right now and see. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Cheeto Linus is actually scoring really high in that league. That's one thing I can say. He's actually scoring high in that league. So I'm trying to wait for it to pull up. One thing I hate about Sleeper sometimes is app X retarded.
I sent it in the chat. I sent the stats in the chat so y'all can see. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find it now.
I forgot who's even on that team, man.
He gave up at the week 1.
Oh no, I ain't gave up.
The weekly report was Cheeto Linus scored the most this week with 175 points.
I'm 1-1 though. I'm 1-1.
You was the worst team this week.
Huh?
Yeah, Chris was the worst team this week
with 94.
Don't worry about me, man. I'm saying, quit.
They call you.
They call you watching, man.
They call you the most efficient man. But how you the most efficient manager for the week, but you're the worst team for the week? I'm confused.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Because I'm efficient. Because I just I'm efficient. That's all you need to know.
Makes sense.
Because guess what? Kamara's about to come back. Eckler's about to come back. Jacoby Myers about to come back. Like, relax, y'all. It's a marathon, not a sprint, dog.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I gotta figure out my running backs because
y'all need to calm down.
Dillon didn't do shit for me.
And y'all were laughing that I took so many
for a couple weeks.
Remember, y'all? Oh my God, Leo got 3 running backs right away. Y'all were laughing when I got all my running backs.
I got 3 running. I got 4 running backs, but Aaron Jones was out, and Isaiah Pacheco didn't do shit either. So it's like, I'm every year I'm screwed at running back. It never failed. I picked up Jared Goff, and Jared Goff went off for me, like because Aaron Rodgers was done. So like, yeah, the fantasy league is like really up and down for me, really up and down. But going into Pittsburgh, so home
going
opener,
into Vegas.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like going into Pittsburgh.
Don't say that. Y'all don't do that to me. Don't. I'm trying to keep it positive. We're gonna fill up that stadium.
It's gonna be all kinds of terrible towels. They're gonna knock one of your Raider hats off.
Bro, they better not. Shoot.
See, y'all look. Vegas is gonna happen because y'all ain't built like Oakland.
How confident y'all feeling going into this game?
I'm guaranteed a victory.
Oh, relax, Joe Namath.
Sign still delivered.
What you drinking over there, Chris?
He's drinking that tequila, that Hugh Jackson one.
No, I was, I got a lot going on here. So yeah, I got my Hugh Jackson. And I'm drinking these. I like these Crown Royal apple drinks, man.
Oh, Crown Royal apple is my shit. If that's one of my favorite dark liquors that I drink outside of my.
Yeah, but I like these little drinks, man. I don't drink beer for real because it makes me full. But I'll drink on these little joints. Be good.
Yeah, I like.
Okay, so John Rader said he's 100% confident. Steelers not going to have their safety, their defensive tackle, and their wide receiver because Deontay Johnson
don't underestimate
is on the injured reserve. Casey, I think his name is Casey Hayward, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, Casey Hayward out.
Yeah, but they still got T.J. Watt.
They still have T.J. Watt, but their best defensive tackle is gone.
If Casey Hayward was playing, I would be.
And we got to keep the injury report for Minkah Fitzpatrick because he did have a chest injury in Monday night.
So Minka's the one that got hurt.
Yeah, he didn't come back in the game.
Oh,
so Fitzpatrick's chest.
Well, I wish him well.
He might not play in this game either, but we got to keep a lookout for that injury report.
I hope he gets better on Monday.
You know what?
Dog, Minkah a beast, bro.
Yeah, he is. I was kind of surprised that Miami traded him to Pittsburgh. I was really surprised about that.
Minkah
but
might be. He's probably top 3 safety.
Top 3 safety. Yeah, this right here.
Pickens.
You want to call somebody a dog?
Yeah, he's a dog.
Different.
He's a dog.
Why do you think I drafted him?
Calm down.
Wait, what you want to say?
Why do you think I drafted him?
You know what?
He is a dog, though. He is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look what conference he comes from. The SEC, the best conference in college football. I'm just saying.
I don't know. The Ohio State receivers are pretty fucking good.
The Big Ten, man. Let's get it right. Big Ten's the best.
Yo, when it comes to the Big Ten, most quarterbacks don't be successful out of the Big Ten.
Except the best quarterback ever. Calm down.
We need to do a college
Tom
show,
Brady?
the 3 of us one day.
Y'all, but y'all didn't believe in Tom Brady coming out though.
It don't matter.
Don't bring up Brady like he was some college star.
Hey,
nobody knew about Brady till
I didn't even like Brady in Michigan. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like Brady in Michigan, but I'm claiming it.
Outside Tom Brady, who else has been successful in the Big Ten in the NFL?
Chad Henne.
No.
Oh, please.
Chad Henne played in the league for a long time. Calm down.
Drew Brees came from Purdue.
Now I can agree to that. Tom Brady and Drew Brees, but Chad Henne, come on.
Chad Henne. He said Chad Henne. Man, we need to do a college show one day.
Down for it, man. Listen, I'm down for like I said, I don't have nothing to do on Saturday mornings. I say that all the time.
Especially because we don't agree on teams and conferences. That'll be.
I want Michigan to play Tennessee. We'll smack on y'all, man. And we are. Why are you laughing? We be beating Notre Dame too.
Get to the conference playoff and actually win a conference playoff game.
Y'all don't even get there. What are you talking about?
Number one, only reason why we didn't get there last year because we had Hidden Hooker, which was better than McCarthy.
But did you get there?
Listen, I'd rather not get there and then get there and get our ass kicked. Okay, I'd rather not be there to get our ass kicked.
The goal is to get there, not to not get there.
The goal is to get there, but I'm not. Listen, I'm not going there.
Y'all wasn't good
you know
enough
what?
to get
And you know
there.
what? Anybody can tell you that know that I watch college football. I picked Michigan to win it the last 2 years, and they disappointed me.
Well, pick us
Absolutely
year
not.
3.
I'm not picking them
Pick
again.
us year 3. Okay, then that means you the bad luck. So
I'm
now
not
that you ain't
picking them
picking us,
again
we gonna win.
because y'all don't play nobody. Big Ten, they don't play
Watch what we
nobody.
do this year. Watch what we do
Michigan,
this year.
Michigan and Ohio State is the best 2 teams in the Big Ten. That's it.
JJ McCarthy's going to win the Heisman.
That's about to change,
How about
though.
Michigan
That's
State
about
is
to change.
JJ going to win the Heisman. How about that?
Because
JJ going to win the Heisman. How about that?
not over
USC is going to the Big
Watch.
Ten.
It's not
Right?
happening.
Watch.
It's not
Watch.
happening. Not
JJ
over
gonna
Caleb
win the
Williams
Heisman.
and Shador Sanders. It's not happening.
JJ's going to win the Heisman. Watch.
Whole Big Ten thing's going to
Shador
change.
Sanders will win the Heisman. Trust to believe. He will win the Heisman.
This year? No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
They're not ready
He's
to get
not winning
past
over
the Big Ten.
Caleb. I mean, that's the only the next best quarterback in the nation right now.
JJ McCarthy is winning the Heisman.
JJ McCarthy's not winning the Heisman.
JJ McCarthy is
winning
not
the Heisman.
Heisman hopeful. Nobody even talk about him in a Heisman. They
Just
talk
watch.
more about Drake May from North Carolina than they do JJ McCarthy.
He's not it.
Yeah, there's too
Just
many
watch.
good quarterbacks from
Just
McCarthy.
watch.
There's a lot
Drake
of
May's not it. Bo Nix not it. Caleb is.
Bo
Caleb
Nix,
is him.
Bo Nix is garbage.
Yeah,
He's been garbage
Caleb
since
is
he's at
him.
Auburn.
But just watch. Just watch.
Bo
Once we
Nix-
go in that
Bo
stretch,
Nix has been garbage since Auburn. That's nothing new.
watch what we do against Penn State, and then we're gonna smack Ohio State.
No.
and then-
Against Penn State, who barely beat Indiana.
I'm
just
not a
saying,
fan
they're
of
rated.
You're
Right.
right. Penn State is overrated too. Sorry,
Yeah,
y'all live in the
Penn
state of PA. Y'all in State College. I represent, but y'all they're overrated too.
Yeah, Sabby D, I'm sorry, but Penn State is overrated. That
Yes,
shit showed
Penn
last
State
week,
is
bro.
truly overrated.
Just like Tennessee was, and Florida proved it.
I mean, Tennessee. I mean, hey, we are who we thought they were. Simple as that. Listen, I can talk about listen. Tennessee is just Tennessean at this point.
Y'all let me know Saturday. I'll wake up early and we'll get on this bitch and do a college one.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Hopefully, I could. I gotta hit up the Still Twins too because I usually do every time Raiders play Pittsburgh. That's the only content creators that I really do, collaboration with when it comes to the week. So I'm gonna hit up the Still Twins. The Still Twins is actually a dope Steelers content creators. They're actually twins that loves the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like they're like you can't really tell who is who at this point. I always get them confused every time we do it, but it's always good to do content with them and talk about the matchup and stuff of that nature. And one thing about them, I like the fact that they don't discredit the Raiders. They don't overlook their teams. Okay, they're not going to overlook the Raiders. They're not going to overlook anybody. That's one thing about Pittsburgh Steelers fans. They know who they are. They know who they are. They're not going to overlook teams. And the Still Twins is one of those content creators that they will give your team the props at the end of the day.
No team should overlook any team, bro. No team should fucking overlook any
But we have fans like that. We have fans like that.
And they're dumb when they do that, like for real. Like you should never overlook any damn team.
Right.
Because any fucking look at what happened last year when Houston beat Kansas City. The fucking Texans beat Kansas City.
Last week I called that a trap game. I called that a trap game last week when I used to have my Sunday morning show. I said, watch the Houston Texans might upset the Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to be a trap game for them. I think every team in the NFL has a trap game. Every team in the NFL has a trap game. That's just me.
I would say on any
That's what that Bills
Sunday,
game was. It was a trap game.
There's no trap game. The Bills just whooped our ass.
Run down. What up, boy?
Let's be real. What's up, Run Down?
What's up, my guy? What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you? But yeah, so shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man.
Shout out to y'all, man.
I've missed this comment, but Highsmith.
He's nice. He's nice.
Him too, bro. I'm telling you.
Highsmith is he played really well last night. I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Nice.
Yeah, people. I don't know why people underestimate the Steeler defense. Mike Tomlin does a great fucking job.
Oh, they always got
it together.
But what do they always have? That nasty mentality, bro. That's them, man. Ever since Dick LeBeau days, man.
LeBeau.
I think, but when it comes to the Steelers' history in itself, They always had great defenses.
Yeah.
Always had great defenses. But you know, you know what? They kept that culture. They're gonna build their defense, but they're gonna know how to find the right pieces on offense to.
And they draft
drive.
very, very well.
They always draft well.
Great at
They
fucking
draft well
bro.
too,
and they develop. Not only do they draft well, they develop.
And they develop their players.
Right,
yep.
right.
They would never have drafted Tyree. You know what?
You know what, Chris?
They would never have drafted Alex Leatherwood.
But you know what though? What if they did draft a Tyree Wilson? And we might think differently of him because of the coaching style in Pittsburgh.
Maybe
they wouldn't, because they would have sniffed out that. They would have sniffed out all that softness, man. That soft batch.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, but coming out of college, you don't know. Like, it's kind of uncertainty when you're coming out of college. You got it or you don't got it, and sometimes you find players in the draft where you can, coach them up. And it has to be the right coach to coach them up, honestly.
Oh, I know they were happy as hell when Porter fell into their lap. That was like,
Raider Rundown said, give Tyree time. That's what Raider Rundown said, Chris.
Rundown. We'll talk about that, bro.
Yeah, bro. You want us to give the regime time, bro? Give Chris.
Huh?
Give Tyree time. You want us to
I'm
give the regime
all
time?
about giving time. But like I said, there's just some things, man. They're just like I said. I'll give time on the learning technique and learning the skills. Like learning your skill set, I give time for. But
no effort.
Yeah, no effort and having no dog in you. Those are something that you either got or you don't, and you know it, man.
Wait till you watch the All 22, Darian, and you'll see the play he's talking about, where that dude just stopped, literally stopped.
Yeah, I need to see this All 22 because I feel like I'm gonna have a goddamn headache watching it.
I'm telling you, I could only watch up to halftime, and I had to stop, take a break, and then watch the other half.
Had more pressures than Max.
That was crazy. That was a stat.
They said that.
Yeah, a stat that came out that Tyree had more pressure than Max.
Was that like a PFF though?
Yeah, that was a PFF.
If it's a PFF, that's PF bullshit.
That was a PFF.
I mean, like, shout out to PFF. It's like, I mean, it's from an analytical standpoint, but
it is.
That's not like
the analytics be off too, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can literally watch it because I mean, my boy Bruce Grakowski, he actually did PFF for quarterbacks, so he actually kind of told me how it worked.
Yeah, I heard that interview when you did.
Yeah, so he told me how it works, which is kind of cool, but it's like sometimes it just be off, man, especially on linemen. Offensive, defensive lineman. Like, there is no way Tyree should have got some pressures.
Not only that, but like the situation, like at what point did he start getting more? Like towards the end when we were getting our ass kicked, and it was just, like when the game was on and we're still in it. No. Yeah. Well, Max had that one. He's the one that caused the interception, but then it got called back because of that hands to the face, right?
Yeah.
The one that Teamer picked off. Yeah.
That would have been a big play, man.
That would have been a huge play, bro.
We needed that.
I totally forgot about it, honestly.
Yeah, I did too. Honestly, when you said it.
I totally forgot about that play.
I was hyped too.
And then I was like, hands to the face? Like, oh wow.
They just be making up stuff, man.
But y'all know what happens with that. Y'all know what happens with that. We get a turnover, and here comes a flag, and it's not a turnover anymore.
And nobody believes us. Like, really, nobody believes, and they swear we exaggerate that part. But unless you're on this side, you really don't see it and feel it. Like how ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous on a week-to-week basis. Like we just can't catch a break on when it comes to the refs at this point. But I'm gonna finally give it to and John Raider. I know you've been asking this question on other live streams about how I felt about the whole Chandler Jones situation, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. All of a sudden, that this boy's account gets hacked. All of a sudden, that not all of a sudden, but. We knew, for me, knowing that he was in New England, he had these mental issues. We knew this. But I'm getting to a point with this. If you're not playing for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're just sitting there tweeting, and you saying Mark Davis is not letting you play, and you go out on a limb and say that he so-called whatever to your goddaughter. I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I'm not saying that he did do it. I'm not saying that.
Allegedly.
Where all this is coming from now. You signed a big contract with us. Where's all of this coming from now? Right before the season starts? Ironic to me. And then you reconstruct your contract with us, and then all this stuff want to come out about the Las Vegas Raiders. If you're not playing football, bro, I'm not talking about it. I don't care about anything off the field issues when it comes to Chandler Jones. If you're not putting on that silver and black on Sunday night, which is this weekend, then Chandler Jones, you're just going to be at home. We will miss you, absolutely. But if it ain't about football, I don't want to talk about it. Because I'm not like not like these other content creators that puts out stuff about Chandler Jones just to get clicks. Absolutely not. If he wants to be a Raider, he'll be a Raider. But as this time, if he's not playing football, I don't want to talk about it. That's all I'm saying about Chandler Jones at this point. I'm just tired of people asking me, "Oh, how you feel about Chandler Jones? Make a video about Chandler." No, I'm not making a video about Chandler Jones because he's not playing football. This is a football channel. Productivity when it comes to me making content, you got to at least do something. I'm not talking about off the field issues on my on Nothing But Raiders podcast or even commitment to excellence. I'm not talking about it. I'm just not.
Yeah, I've already said my piece. I said I'm not talking about it. I gave it a good 30 seconds. Yeah. I said what I said. He's not worth mentioning, man. I mean, anyone that doesn't that ain't about protecting the shield, then I ain't got no love for you, man. To me, he's in the same boat as Antonio Brown, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I will say, kind of like what you said, if what he alleged happened to his goddaughter, the fact that he said that he will the only reason he's saying something is because he's not playing. So that means if he would have been able to play, so you would have kept this secret of something happening to your goddaughter.
Then you would have swept it under the rug if you would have been playing football.
That tells me all I need to know about you, and I'm done, man. You will not hear me talk about it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it for me, that's morals. That's morals. That means you would have swept your goddaughter under the rug. Allegedly, if this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. And it's just a distraction to the team too, and that's a huge distraction.
Yeah, it's a
huge distraction, and I hate it. Like, why us every single year we gotta have some type of distraction? We just can't go. We just can't go into. You just can't go into a season excited, like no drama, no BS, no nothing. It's always something, bro. Like,
what was the drama last year? Oh, last year the drama was with Carr.
Who's Shorty Cheeto?
Oh, that's my nephew, bro.
Shout out to nephew Cheeto.
Shout out to the nephew. Shout out to the nephew.
Johnny, that's short round, bro. That's the one who be with me. Not the little one, the older one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say a little one. That's my boy.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, no, but that's the older one. Him too. Yeah. He's the one I'm gonna play Madden games with.
Thank you. Can't justify it to us having to take this roster spot with all that money on our defense is as time to cut bait.
Detrimental to the team, bro. Detrimental to the team.
Definitely detrimental to the team. And I want to shout out to
one thing about Al Davis, though. Al Davis would have cut him. He would have brought He would have brought that overhead projector out. He would have went to town. Al would have went to town, bro.
Not the overhead projector, dog.
Overhead projector. He would have rolled that out today.
Out there would have walked up to the door and be like, have a good day, have a good life, and wish you on your best endeavors, and walked him out the door. That's what he would have did.
You know what, Heffa?
In a heartbeat.
Heffa needs to stop about Mark being a creeper. He wants to talk about a creep. Go look at Mahomes' brother. That's a fucking creep right there.
Mahomes' brother is a creep. But I'm sorry. Al Davis makes that cut, makes him look like a creep.
Fuck out of here, Heffa, with the Mark.
Yeah, man. Relax.
You know,
Worry about
Hefe's
your
a
boy's
troll. He
family,
always come up
Hefe.
in here and troll us. You know that every single
Oh yeah,
live.
I know.
You
That's
know,
why that's how I troll
doing
him.
that's Hefe for you, yo. That motherfucker is in. He's even on Darian Hopkins Sports Show, even trolling on there. Like it's crazy. He
He
comes into
was
the
on
college football
the.
games. He'll come to the
He
college football games
goes
and put
to the
tweets
press
in the college football game.
conferences.
Yeah, he be in the Raider press.
Bro, he goes into the press conferences. In the press conferences, trolling in there. Everybody going off on this dude. I'm just laughing because we know him.
Yo, it was one time I was watching the Raiders press conference. I saw a Hefe in there. Somebody tried to tag the Raiders, like, can y'all make me a mod so I can kick him out? Raiders do not have no mods in that joint. No mods. So they said like they should
who
be
let this dude
unfiltered in
in?
that press conference, man.
I be in there trying to plug my show, man. They be taking mine out, man. I be in there. I put it in there.
They take all that out, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, they don't take it out.
Did you?
Shoot. Hey, they took mine out. I was trying to plug my stuff, man.
No, I used to do that when because I know the press conferences are like early in the day. When I wasn't working and I had my Rodecaster Pro, I'll play like the audio version of it, be live and listen to the audio of the press conference. So while I'm doing that, I will plug in that I'm live right now, and they never took it off. They never took it off. I go lie, I gained some subscribers from that.
Have you been on those?
Huh?
Have you been on there, Chris, when McDaniels is talking? Have you been on there when McDaniels is talking? The fucking nation hates McDaniels.
Oh, they hate it.
Jesus, do they hate McDaniels, bro? Like all those comments in there, I'm like, damn.
That's why I just be out of it, because I'm like, man, like those aren't my type of fan, or those, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even want to be a part of that. Like,
right, yeah,
whatever, man. Like if
man.
Josh doesn't perform, he should be held accountable. But you ain't gonna hear me say McDummy this and all this. That ain't me.
Yeah, they did.
That's wild to me, bro.
There's a lot of fans out there do call him McDummy, though. I would never say that. Like,
even when we were shitting when Gruden was here, Gruden never got fucking nicknamed,
bro.
And we were an old ass predictable offense.
No. Listen, every live that I did about John Gruden, I called him 1998 because that's what his office looked like.
Like that was. That's what I'm saying, but you don't see it like how you do McDummy or McDumbass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would like
everywhere.
I'm telling you, I told people I did not want Gruden back for a second tender. I didn't want him back because he was too old school. He couldn't keep up with today's offense. He just couldn't.
You know when I knew Gruden lost his ability to scout, or if he ever had it, was he was on ESPN and he was scouting quarterbacks, and he was saying how Brady Quinn was going to come into the NFL and just dominate. Yeah. And I remember Brady Quinn playing for the Browns, and I was like, oh.
I mean,
and he was Notre Dame. I loved him in college.
Brady Quinn from my city, man.
What expectations do you have getting drafted to the Cleveland Browns? What expectations do you have?
Hey, Baker got him to the playoffs, right?
But Baker ain't there no more either.
He's slaying that thing now, though. Pause.
Man, Baker's slaying.
I'm about to say, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, I paused that out.
But damn, Raider Ben, you blocked from the Raiders channel? Shit.
See?
Damn, what did you do, bro? Like, yo. Yeah, the Browns are quarterback killers. They are. They're quarterback killers. No matter who they draft, this is Kozar back in the day. It ain't been the same since. But I gotta say this though. Shout out to everybody that shout out to everybody that has purchased Nothing But Raider podcast merch on TeePublic. I have to say, this weekend I was getting email after email because it was the $16 discount again, and I forgot to promote it. But the fact that people were buying like the Charles Woodson t-shirt, the Max Crosby vintage t-shirt, the Devontae Adams, they didn't actually buy the Nothing But Raider podcast, but that's part of it.
They support you though. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, that's part of it.
So.
Thank y'all for they wanted shirts, bro.
Thank y'all for the shirts, man. We really do appreciate it. If y'all did buy a shirt, please send it over to any of our channels so we can repost it and shout y'all out, because it doesn't show. One thing about TeePublic that I hate, they don't show who actually like the name that purchased it. That sucks for me. It says, "Oh, you made a sale," but I cannot like look who actually made the sale. But shout out to everybody that has purchased over the weekend and still purchasing from T Public. I really do appreciate it. But Raider Ben must have said something about car. God damn it.
See, I need to get me a site. I need to get me a site to sell my stuff, man. I'm still out the back of the trunk with it, old school 90s
Me too.
style.
And you know what? I think it's fucking
90s
harder
style.
that way, dog. I think it'll be easier just to have a site made at this point.
Or what you could
go on to the damn post office all the time, printing them.
Like, it's a few free sites that you can do, but if you don't want to have to cut out that middleman, what I would do is that I will open up a Shopify account.
That's what I think about doing.
Just post your stuff on there, and then when they order it, you could just still ship it to them that way.
That's what I need to do because I don't want them to
open up a Shopify account if you don't want to be a part of that middleman cut as far as like fresh shop. Like, you'll get a percentage because they make everything for you right then and there. If you already have your shirts and your hats already made and you already had them set up ready to ship out, just make a Shopify account. I think it's like only like right now they only have it for like $1 a month for Shopify account. So, I mean, that's something that you will look into because I'm kind of like looking that route as well.
Yeah, I'll holler at you about that. I want to do something.
Now that I want to get a heat press
take and stuff, and when you get a heat press, make sure you get one big enough because you'll have fans that are 2 or 3, 4X, and that logo's got to be bigger,
bro. Right. Man,
so make sure that shit fits on there because the little logo looks funny on a big ass shirt.
If I don't get the heat press, then I might just go somewhere local that I know. I know a friend that has their own shop called Amazing Designs. Shout out to them. And they have a nice price on like bulk buys. They'll do all the pressing for you. They don't all you do is pay them to make it, and then you just sell it how you sell it. They don't get no cut out of it.
Yeah, so, I have friends who pay me for pressing their shit. They'll order the print and then they'll bring me the shirt, and then I'll just use my press and do it for them. Yeah.
Right. So Amazing Designs, like they'll even work with you if you want to like get a dip. Like if you just don't want your same logo, if you want another logo, they have graphic designers too on spot that will help you out with like graphic designs as well to put like, because I want to do nothing but Raider sweatsuits like with the hoodie and the sweatpants. I want to do that. I want to do a whole set. So if I could get that discount and get that 50% off on Amazing Designs, then I would definitely do that. So
Queen Raiderette in the building.
Queen Raiderette, what's going on, beautiful? What's up? But I don't know.
He said Grudo was out in tequila drafting.
Exactly. But I got a smaller version of the Rodecaster Pro. I was going to get the Duo, but I didn't have the money for the Duo. So I ended up getting a new thing called the Streamer X. It looks like this. I don't know. It only realized it's blocked out because of the green screen, but it's smaller. It's a one mic and is a plug and play. Like I use this for my play-by-play. You see that my audio sounds a little bit better now since I had. I'm still learning some things, but touchdown.
Fire.
So you need to tell me about that stuff. I don't know what all that is, bro.
Yes, it's
So I know I'm still a rookie in this mug, man. I'm just
how I set up for the play-by-play is that this I don't know if y'all been gamers or anything. If anybody's a gamer in here, right? If you are a gamer, if you heard of Elgato was one of those things where you can shoot in 4K from your DSLR camera and with your gaming desktop and stuff of that nature. So with the Streamer X, it does have a 4K capture. It does have a preamp for your microphones. You could record, you can do audio, you can put your own sound bites on here, and it's as small at a point where it's spacious. It's not as big as my Rodecaster Pro that I had before. Only thing that this thing don't do is that what I missed is that when I did my call-in shows, I had that Bluetooth capability. That's the only thing that I missed because I would love to go back to doing the call-in shows, and I would love to do call-in shows for this show. But now I got to go get my Rodecaster Pro fixed so I can get that feature back. But other than that, I will send y'all the specs for it and all that. It's a pretty dope piece of system though. So yeah, it's pretty dope. I'll send y'all the information for it probably when we get off this live. But any final thoughts before we head out of here?
We didn't even talk about the Pittsburgh game.
I mean, I said how confident y'all was, and it kind of threw us off. But I said how confident y'all was doing this game. I did.
I was like, damn. Yeah.
So, what y'all want to say about the Pittsburgh game? Because I mean, to me, it's just very simple. Offensive line got to help the run block, got to help out Josh Jacobs, and the defensive line got to get pressure on Kenny Pickett.
I want to see those same fucking adjustments they made on that line and stop Denver's blitzes. They're gonna have to do the same to Pittsburgh because they're gonna come after Jimmy. I mean, we on defense have to get after Kenny Pickett. We have to. I'm glad Najee is not balling, but knowing that we're the fucking Raiders, this is probably gonna be the game where Najee goes off. You know, like this, like maybe this will be the game I leave Najee Harris in there. Like, yeah, because. But we need to get the run game going, bro. We need the run game going, open up that offense. I'm glad Jacoby's coming back. I think that's going to help our offense to have Tay and him back in there together. But it's going to be wild. You know, I get to Vegas on Friday, so the party starts Friday until Sunday night. And then hopefully.
So are you doing an episode this week, Cheeto Lions? Are you doing an episode this week at all?
For what?
Like you were doing, like you started out doing your episode.
Oh, yeah. We actually record those on Wednesday, and then I air it on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah,
and I know you and Spicy Girl got a new name for y'all show on Wednesdays, right, Chris?
Yeah, we're gonna roll it out hopefully tomorrow, but I don't know. We and her be so busy, man. So, but we working, we cooking some stuff up. It'll hopefully we'll get it dropped tomorrow.
Okay, and I'm trying to figure out.
I'll see her down there this weekend to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to talk to my guy Willie because we supposed to do the Commitment to Excellence podcast on Friday, but I'm working the homecoming game for the high school this Friday night. So I got to figure out a different date to see if we can do the Commitment to Excellence podcast. If we don't do the college football Saturday morning, then I'll try to just do that Saturday morning because I got to, get some OT in for that the high school football game that I work at. So it's the homecoming game and they want extra coverage. So I'm definitely going to not be doing any podcast on Friday night at all.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to do it this Saturday morning because I'll be in Vegas. But following Saturday we can restart. Yeah, for sure.
And I got to think about that. I do got to send my Rodecaster Pro on because if we all going to be in Miami, that one piece of equipment plugs up to all three of our microphones. So I'm just saying. So if we all gonna be in Miami, and it became official today that I got that Monday off. So after the Raiders game, I'm gonna be in Miami for another night. So
that's fire.
So I'm gonna definitely work on getting the tickets and everything for that nature. So anybody that is coming to Miami with us, we will see y'all there.
And anybody going to Vegas this weekend, we will fucking definitely
there.
I'm gonna try and chime into your show, Chris, on Friday, where we're at with the Oos Nation people. But it depends It depends on how much fun I have on the bus ride from here to Vegas.
Hopefully you have a lot of fun.
Have a lot of fun, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
have a lot of fun, bro. Get drunk, do whatever you gotta do, man. This is Vegas for you.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Bruce Nation put some cool shit together this
week. And y'all leaving from LA to go to the game, right? Go and
a bus, and a party bus.
Bus. See, you about to be. Listen, I don't think
gonna be some strippers. Gonna be some strippers.
You know what? If there is, I'll record it and I'll send it to y'all. And if there isn't, then I'll be the damn stripper.
He ain't gonna make it, Chris. Bro, Cheeto Linus is not gonna make it for Fan Talk Friday. I'm letting you know that.
I'm just glad the game is on Sunday night because Vegas is about to be wild.
And you leaving Friday night, so you about to be tour all weekend, bro.
Well, I don't know. I'm older now. I don't do it like that, but pretty much, yeah.
I mean, you'll drink at least each day, but you won't drink to a point where you like.
No more. No.
Like you,
It takes like a week to recover.
Miami, I'm sorry. I'm living.
I'm about to say shit. When we go to Miami, wow.
I've never been to Miami, so I'm getting drunk. I don't care. I've never been to Miami. I've been to Florida, but never been to Miami.
I'm gonna show y'all how to do it, man. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it.
You better bring some of that Hugh Jackson tequila. I want to try that. I haven't found it.
It's all gone.
I'm gonna order me some Woodson whiskey that weekend.
I'm definitely gonna get a couple bottles of the Woodson whiskey when I go to Vegas because it's hard for me to find it up here. Yeah,
it's hard for me. I have to order it because it's not on the East Coast. I don't think it's on the East Coast at all. If I'm not,
I can't ship it to you though. If I get you a bottle, I can't ship it to you.
Well, listen, ship it to me. I'm fine with that. I
can't. It doesn't like when you go to options and it says liquids, alcohol, like it doesn't let you. Yeah. So if it gets flagged or whatever,
whiskey. I actually gotta go on the website and actually order it.
Yeah, I don't know if you need. Do you need to ship alcohol? Is that why they don't let you at the post office?
I don't know.
Because it's liquid, so it's more like they're cautious about it.
Yeah, because especially it's a glass bottle on top of that.
Yeah, and it's a glass bottle. Yeah.
So I don't know how U.S. Postal would do that. So
I'm gonna have to ask the lady. We've been cool at the post office. So I'm gonna ask her how that would work. Yeah.
So like I said before, since we got off topic about Pittsburgh again. Any final thoughts before we head out of here, man? Because you know me, I got to get up at almost 4:30 in the morning, so I got to get my behind the bed soon.
I'm with Chris, and we're winning, bro. We're coming out of that game with a victory. Will be 2-1. I think it'll be 20-17. Carlson wins it with a game-winning field goal.
I think we're gonna win. I'm gonna say 24-13.
Ooh. We gonna stop Kenny Pickett, huh?
I'm gonna go 24-20. 24-20 Raiders. I'm gonna go there.
So we break that 20 points.
Yeah, I think they'll get 20 points. I don't think they'll get more than 20 though. So yeah. I think we could get more than 20 on their defense if we play effective and we play the right way. And
it's gonna all come together, fellas.
It's all going to come together. But we definitely need to be back on the winning side going into our home opener, knowing that we're going to see more black and yellow than silver and black. But I'm just saying,
we got back-to-back home games, just so you know, because after this one, who do we play next?
The Chargers, right?
Here in LA.
Yeah.
And that's a home game for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. So he says that 28-17 is his final. Al Ghost, what's going on? Al Ghost, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
31-17. Josh Raiders.
Josh back on.
31-17.
Dude, if we put up 31 points, I'm gonna be so.
If we put up 30 points, 31 points,
we can. I'm telling you,
we really can though. But I need to see it though. Come on, Jimmy G. Come on, offense. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling Sunday night, man.
Yep.
Rocking. We need to get this thing rocking and rolling. I will be doing the play-by-play on Sunday night anyway, so I'll be doing that. And I'll be doing a 1:00 game as well. I might do Falcons and Lions, and then I'll chill and then do Sunday night football. So salute to you, Al Ghost. Really do appreciate you, brother. Make sure y'all subscribe to both of these fellas channels, Protect the Show podcast and Cheeto Liners. Make sure y'all go in the description in the YouTube channel of this podcast here and subscribe to their channels, man. Same thing for their social medias, Protect the Show podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the same thing for Nothing But Raider podcast, all the same there. So make sure y'all follow us. If you want to get any of our merch, Nothing But Raiders, Protect the Show podcast, and Cheeto Lines with the custom hats, custom clothes, anything, just hit us up on all 3 social media platforms if you want merch. But for me,
did y'all notice the special Hall of Fame Raider jerseys? Y'all remember these?
You know what? I got a Raiders hat that matches that for some reason. I got
these are the special Hall of Fame jerseys they made for Blanda, Stabler. Who was the other one? Gray Guy. Yeah. So these are the special Hall of Fame jerseys they made. They got the Raider thing on the side, and then there's the old school players with the numbers silver. Yeah.
I thought that was fire. And shout out to Culture Kings, because I got like a little I got a red Raiders hat. I don't know if y'all saw it before, but I have like a red suede Raiders hat that kind of like goes with it. It's pretty dope. Shout out to Culture Kings for giving me that a couple years ago. I gotta update my hats anyway. I know y'all seen in the group chat that I said something from New Era from the 47. So like
all that.
They got some dope hats on there that a lot of people don't really buy. That's the crazy part. So it's just I like to be unorthodox, to be different with my hats when it comes to that. John Raider, what?
he was trying to put an emoji, but it didn't come out.
100.
But shout out to John Rader too, man. He's definitely be in the chats.
I like John Rader. You're a good one.
He be doing the thing. He be like our unreliable, like our unofficial source of Raiders news. Like
we need that.
Source. He be finding shit. I'm like, where you be finding this content at? Where you be finding this stuff at, bro? Like what?
Hey, but he was wilding on that second round pick for Aaron Donald though.
That was
I'm like, where do he be coming up with these concepts? Like what?
I would love it though. I would love it.
I would love that, bro. I would love
only
that.
if our organization would do some shit like that. I would love it.
I don't think they would let him go for a second round pick, bro.
Nah.
Aaron Donald? Nah.
No, they would want a first. They would want a first for him.
Yeah, they would definitely want
probably multiple firsts. For real. Well, I don't think one first round pick is not enough for the capability and the productivity that you get out of Aaron Donald. So that is it today, y'all. We talked about all things football, but it was definitely majority nothing but Raiders podcast. Cheeto Liners, let them know where your show is premiering this week and let them know where they can find you at as well, which I already said it, but I would like to let them know again.
Oh, you could definitely find me on Instagram at Cheeto Linus and also on my YouTube channel where we do our weekly Todo Chido podcast show with my boys. All we do is talk Raider football, NFL, and college as well. Some fantasy. And then we're also going to be dropping the Madden streams between me and Shorty Chido. Me and Shorty Chido are going to be playing the matchups each week. So tomorrow we'll probably do the Steelers and the Raiders, and then we'll see how that outcome comes.
Is that on the new Madden?
Yeah, on the new Madden.
Okay, you got Xbox, right?
Xbox, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, when I get the new Madden, we got to see something about that, bro.
Yeah, you can only crossplay if you have the next gen systems. Me and Chris found that out.
Well, I'm planning on getting
I was about to smack Cheeto.
Man, you better get that next gen,
lucky, bro.
You don't want that smoke, bro.
He was lucky.
Don't let an NCAA game drop, because then we're gonna really go at it.
Oh, you don't want those problems. You don't want those problems.
One thing about me y'all need to know is that I like to create my players for my team. So I like to do that and build my player up. So yeah. I would love to see.
I can't lie.
I would love to see Cheeto Liners on Notre Dame and see you on Michigan and see what positions y'all play. I would love to see that.
No, you don't trust me. You don't want no smoke with me in that at all. Okay. You really don't.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm just
a wizard. I'm a wizard when it comes to that offense. I'm a wizard.
Oh, just like Josh McDaniels?
Yeah. I've learned from him. Man, I have 6 rings to show for it. I make adjustments on the fly, boy. I know how to beat cover 4s, cover 3s. I know how. Hey, I'm dicing you up, man.
Take care, Ja.
All right, man. Take care, Ja. So, Chris, let them know where they can find you at, man. Everything at Michigan Wolverines. That's all his social media platforms at Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, man, everything protect the shield, man. Definitely YouTube, man. Continue trying to build that up, man. I am about 5 months in, man. So it's been a good little journey for this 5 months, but I'm almost at my first goal of 1,000. So I appreciate everybody. Yeah, I'm getting close, man. So
have you checked your watch hours too?
Yeah, I'm getting close there too, man. Yeah, I'm watching both. I'm watching them closely. So but I appreciate everybody that's supported me already, man. I do have Protect the Shield shirts for sale. I'm going to get some more hats. Yeah, I'm going to holler at Leo, get some more hats.
Oh, yeah. Let me know, bro.
But yeah, so, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. So I'm everywhere, man. So definitely, if you like what I talk, holler at me, say hello. Even if you don't like what I talk, holler at me. We could have a healthy debate, man.
Absolutely. Because that's all it is a healthy debate. That we don't try to talk crazy about each other, because we all about the show at the end of the day. So that's just what it is, man. But same time, same place, we'll be here for Nothing But Raider podcast episode 35. We'll definitely recap the Pittsburgh Steelers game, and Chris probably gonna have his recap out before I will.
Maybe.
I think you probably will, because once that game is over, I'm going to bed because I gotta be up at the crack of dawn the next day. So I'll probably do that joint from my job for real. I might do that joint for my job. If the Raiders don't figure out the defensive tackle room and the safety room, we're not winning more than 5 games.
I don't see a huge problem in the safety room. It's more the defensive tackles, bro. Other than Trayvon Morik. Other than Morik, but I think Epps and the rest of those dudes are doing pretty
well. I don't think safety is really the problem. It's more of the defensive line than anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, to all 3 channels, all social media platforms at MBR Podcast. We are done here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours is in the books. Thank y'all so much, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see y'all same time, same place, and enjoy Sunday night football. Raiders, Steelers. Let's get that hype train going, and let's stay on a positive note. And it's all about the Shield. It is nothing but Raider Podcast. We are out of here. Peace out.
Peace.